And welcome to the Athens Ford Arena here in Athens, Georgia. Dana Barker with you on play-by-play. I am happy to join you here, shaking a little bit of the rust off from the old Cottonmouth days in the SPHL. Of course, did radio for them the first two seasons here. Of course, there's a lot has changed in 20 years here. A lot of technology has changed as well. As I flip my headset around here as we get comfortable here. Again, the second of three straight Wednesdays that the River Dragons are doing battle here at the Athens Rock Lobsters in a beautiful new barn, Athens Ford Arena. If you have not made it up here, it's a beautiful venue, not only for hockey, seats 5,500 pretty comfortably, but also for concerts, all kinds of other events are going on here. It's a pretty good gym here in Athens, Clark County, right next to the campus of the University of Georgia, of course. So Dragons here for the second straight Wednesday, hoping for a better outcome than what they saw here last week. Of course, looking at the game on the 24th, of course, they are losing the past two against the Athens Rock Lobsters, and looking for an update there. So I take a look at the game notes here. Again, the River Dragons come in with a record of 15, 8, and 6, 54 points. We take a look at the standings here in the SPHL. Athens, of course, comes in as well, the record of 22, 4, and 2. They have played fewer games than the River Dragons have the Rock Lobsters, but they are still close to the Dragons here in the standings. So we take a look at the FPHL standings here, and the River Dragons actually with the win tonight can briefly claim second place here, but again, it's just going to be a formality as, of course, Athens has played 4 fewer games than Columbus now. So we'll take a look at the standings here. Again, Columbus comes in with a record of 29-4, we'll call it here. 17 wins by regulation, 3 wins by overtime, and a shootout for 61 points. Athens right now is sitting with a record of 23-4-2, actually, in 29 games played, 62 points. But, of course, they're only a point ahead of the Dragons because, number one, they played 4 fewer games. Number two, 9 of those wins out of those 23 have come via overtime or a shootout. So they know how to be dramatic here. They call them the cardiac lobsters. Cardiac crustaceans, they actually call them up here in Athens, and they have fit that bill as well. So looking right now around the league here, of course, we're the only game in town on Wednesday. The Dragons and Athens, of course, they didn't construct the arena, didn't have it open really until the first part of December. So the Dragons obliged on the schedule, and we have 3 straight Wednesday games here. The second of 3 straight hump day games here in Athens. We'll have another game up here in Athens on the 19th. Coming up next Wednesday, and of course the Dragons back at home on Valentine's Day, and the 15th, of course, against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Again, very, very critical games in the standings here, so I want to see a good game by the Dragons tonight. Only 2 points separate second from 4th place right now. 5 points separate second place from 5th place. So a very tight middle of the Continental Division. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the goaltending matchups here and get you ready for pregame about 12 minutes out from Puck Drop here at Athens Ford Arena. Dana Barker with you. Thrilled to be with you here, and we'll bring you Columbus River Dragons hockey in just a bit.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
And Dana Barker back with you here from Aikens Ford Arena. As you see, there's Zamboni in the ice here for pregame. We're about 9.5 minutes out from puck drop here in this Peach State rivalry of the first season here of the Athens Rock Lobsters and the Fed and the River Dragons. Again, here's a graphical look right now of what I was talking about on the other side of this break with the head-to-head action here. Of course, Athens with a record coming in now. Of course, you add those numbers together. They have a record right now of, I hate how the Fed does these, 23-4-2 actually. So 14 regulation wins, 4 losses in regulation, 2 overtime losses, 4 overtime wins, 5 shootout wins, and a partridge in a pear tree for 62 points right now. And again, they're on a tear. They are 9-1-0 in their last 10 games, winners of 8 straight. Dragons come in now sporting a record of 29-4. Of course, there's all the numbers for you. 61 points. So again, they're very tight together right now. But again, it's kind of deceptive because Athens has 4 games in hand on the Dragons. Columbus in the last 10, 5-4-1, and they're winners of 2 straight. Of course, both those games against Mississippi Seawolves by a combined score of 16-5. Looking right now at the starting goaltending matchup, 2 familiar faces. Of course, a familiar one to us in our net for Columbus tonight will be Matt Batizian. He has a record of 6-2-0, 2.76 goals against average, a .923 save percentage, and 1 by way of shutout. And the other side looks familiar. We got William Valiant in net for the Rock Lobsters. Pick up there last week to kind of bolster the net there. Good shrewd move there by head coach Steve Martinson to pick him up from Monroe. Jack Bostedt, their number 1 for the start of the season, now in Peoria in the SPHL. So Josh Rosenzweig doesn't really want to carry the load the entire way, so a very capable number 2 here. And actually really 1A and 1B, all of you have seen Willie play in Columbus lately. He sports a record of 3-2-2, 2.76 goals against average, .904 save percentage, and actually 1 shutout on the year. Of course, that was when he had a Columbus sweater on. Taking a look right now at the first line, and again, that first line was killer for us against Mississippi coming in over the last weekend. So take a look right now at Ryan Hunter on a 5-game point streak with 10 points in those last 5 games played. And J-Mac, of course, Justin McDonald on that line as well with a matching 5-game point streak, scoring 14 points in that 5-game hot streak there. And can't talk about Hunter and J-Mac without talking about the third member of that line, of course, Kyle Moore. And of course, he's with his brother, of course. You have Kyle Moore and you have Brian Moore playing with the Dragons as well. And against the Seawolves, they both exploded right now. Of course, Moore picking up 10 points in that series, or actually picking up 12 points in that series, 4 goals for 8 points. If I can read the graphic correctly here, 4 goals for 8 points. Cayden doing a hell of a job with these graphics, and I can't read them right. 4 goals, 8 points, and a +10 rating. And Brian Moore finished with 2 goals, 3 points total, and a +4 rating. But that first line for the Dragons was very, very torrid against the Seawolves, and we'll see if that continues here tonight up in Clark County. And again, taking a look at that head-to-head record, of course, they're very close together here. And when we come back, we will get you started for pregame here. And we're about 6 minutes away from puck drop at Aikens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia. We'll come on back. River Dragons hockey. Stay with us.
Should I park in the back?
We help people sneak Pepsi into places that don't serve it.
What if they catch us?
We have a sports car. Hey now, this doesn't make burger taste better.
Yo, what the
I thought Wendy was a ginger.
To enhance the flavor.
Where is everybody?
Sunday.
Do not make eye contact.
Nobody here wants your Pepsi.
It's really good.
Oh, that is good.
Say into the napkin dispenser.
Here's some Pepsi for some extra flavor. Well, get the f*** out. Come on.
And Dana Barker back with you beside Cayden, who was a lifesaver for me tonight as I was booking it from Auburn up here to Athens. Granted, some Atlanta traffic as usual, so just got into the arena about 10 minutes ago as Matt Batizian leads the troops out here. The River Dragons are wearing the road whites with the CRD and the dragon scratch across the chest, if you will, and the black pants trimmed in teal and black with the white socks as well. They're skating around now waiting for the formal introductions of the Athens Rock Lobsters. Of course, the Rock Lobsters coming in here pretty torn again, winners of the 9 out of their past 10 games. And they have a it's kind of the tale of two sides here with Athens. They have a lot of very, very talented rookies and some veterans as well. Garrett Milan, of course, the captain for them, or actually Shane Carrick, the captain. Of course, Shane Carrick, no unfamiliar face to Columbus. The former River Dragon from last year, of course, wearing the C for the Rock Lobsters. Head coach Steve Martinson. Garrett Milan wearing the A, of course, and he is of SPHL and ECHL veteranship, if you will. Of course, another familiar face, Michael Greco, and of course, Will Valier in goal tonight for the Rock Lobsters, making his Athens debut. Of course, players to watch for them, of course, is Cayden Gallant, Philip Virgili, and Garrett Milan. They form that first line there, pretty potent, deadly first line. Milan skates out. He's starting it forward. They have the starting lineups going on right now here. Daniel Glukarov is the other starter at forward for the Rock Lobsters. Head coach Steve Martinson, of course. Marty has a very impressive profile. You think Beach has been around the block. Martinson has very many championships from the Rockford Ice Hogs back in the U-Haul days. He was head coach as well with Allen in the East Coast League, the ECHL. Orca Weisblatt starting at the forward. You got Riley Robertson is starting on defense for the Rock Lobsters, as well as number 14, the captain, of course, Carter Shinkarek. So Shinksy will be starting for the Rock Lobsters. He's beside Riley Robertson on defense. And again, the River Dragons counter with the number 1 line. Of course, why not? The number 1 torrid line from the weekend. You got Justin McDonald, Ryan Hunter, Kyle Moore at forward. On defense, Nolan Schlahetka and Kirk Underwood wearing the C, of course, and Matt Batizian between the pipes for the Dragons. Battle of the 30s. Valier to the Athens end, and Batizian down here on the near side to my end. And now we're getting ready for the national anthem. Puck drop. Very, very close here, a couple minutes away as we have the kids captain skating out. Get a little stick caps there from the Rock Lobsters faithful. Pretty decent crowd out here. Of course, last week UGA had a home basketball game, so I'm sure that took away from some of the sports crowd here in Athens, but a pretty decent crowd for a Wednesday night. Hopefully it fills up. And again, this is a beautiful arena, guys. If you get a chance to come up here and catch some hockey and catch some Dragons hockey, or just come up here for a game when the Rock Lobsters are playing, it's a beautiful arena and one of the crown jewels of the Fed. And now we pause for the national anthem. So our guitar playing anthem guy back home, you got a little bit of competition there. Avery Pate doing the national anthem all by the electric guitar for the Rock Lobsters fans. We have the 4 officials, the 2 referees, of course, and the 2 linesmen all together at center ice. We're about ready to get this thing going here. The Athens Rock Lobsters wearing the red with the blue shoulders, the Red Sox trimmed in blue and white, and the red helmets. And again, River Dragons wearing the white CRD road unis with the black pants, the White Sox trimmed in teal and black, and the black helmets as we get the picture here paying homage to, of course, Larry Munson of UGA fame. The Dragons will be staying left to right across your screen in the first period here. We're about to get things going. Referee getting ready at center ice here. And we're about to get things going here. Valiant touches gloves there with Sam Bernard. Great to see that familiarity there between the 2 goaltenders. Of course, Sammy getting a much-deserved night off after allowing only 1 goal against the Seawolves on Saturday night. And Matt Petizian in net for the Dragons. Pair of 30s doing battle here, and we're about ready to go here at center ice. And I'm about ready to go here, and I am excited to bring this to you. Big thank you to Jerome Bichard. Big thank you to Tom Callahan, not for being sick, of course, but thank you to Jeff Krupp as well for trusting me with it. Let's shake the rust off here and have a little bit of fun, guys, up here in Clark County. See if we can get away here with 3 points. A tough building to do that in, but let's see if we can do it again here. We've done it before, and we can do it again. Of course, we have one of the referees talking to Jerome Bichard here, and we'll see what the issue is, trying to figure out what the issue is here. And he's going to go over and talk to Steve Martinson as well. So just a couple of pregame conversations here between one of the referees and both head coaches. I think we're now about ready to go. The other referee is heading to center ice right now, and it will be, puck will be about to be dropped. We have Justin McDonald at center. He will take the draw here against Garrett Milan. So we will have 2 Grizzly veterans right there at center ice, and we are about ready to drop this thing, and let's play some hockey time on the Oconee, if you will. The Oconee River right beside Aikens Ford Arena. Underwood deals it over to Kyle Moore. Now up to Ryan Hunter skating along near side and takes a shot and gets deflected by an Athens stick. Now right in the slot, McDonald trying to find Hunter there but could not. Athens now has it. Orca Weisblatt with it. Now he gives it on back to Milan. Milan over to Glukarov, his forward partner, and stick behind the net by Petizian. Glukarov brings it on back to Milan, and now the point to point. One-time shot goes way wide over the glove side of Petizian. Another shot in, gets blocked there by Weisblatt, and now the Dragons have it. Being held up there by a couple of defenders there in the person of Riley Robertson. Now the Dragons have it on a partial break by McDonald. Deke, shot, score! Justin McDonald, 45 seconds in. First shot on goal is at the back of the net, and it is 1-0 Columbus, just like that. And again, we were talking about it. I thought that line may continue their torrid streak here, and they have, as Justin McDonald skates in, dekes it along by Willie, and finds the short side there, backhands it in a gaping net, and 45 seconds in, we are 1-0 Columbus. New line out for the Dragons now. Ryan Galvin at center. He's winged by Cody Wickline and Alex Storjahan as we drop it here at center ice. Athens player getting kicked out, of course. He didn't cooperate. Now the Dragons have it again, winning the draw. Back on to Wickline. Cody Wickline gains the red. Now he'll bring it in the Athens zone himself here. The shot on gets blocked by an Athens skate. Coming on back now for the Rock Lobsters is poked back in, though. Great play there for the Dragons in the person of Nathan Balkwill. Balkwill on the line with Connor Lynn. And when Balkwill has the puck, he shoots it on in just wide. Got deflected in the slot there by a couple of skates. Now the Dragons have a Wickline with a shot in. That was going to be wide, but Willie decides to cover it with a glove. We are 1:14 in, 74 seconds in, and it is 1-0 Columbus. Very generous on the shots on goal there. That shot was not going to reach the net, but hey, give Willie some stats there. So he has 2 shots on goal against him so far in the period. Austin Doe playing his 500th pro game. He's out here at right wing. Scott Doherty as well as for the Dragons, Brian Dunford on defense. The puck goes over to Dunford. Dunford now behind the net to Justin Somero. Somero trying to give it over to Doe here. They're battling in the corner. A couple of Athens skaters coming in trying to get it and does get it out. Is in the person of Hunter Alden. Now Athens will break on out here 2-on-2. Doherty back. Nice play by Doherty to get it away from the skate or the stick of Ronan. Ronan has it again. Doherty has it. He'll go D-to-D over to his partner Dunford. Dunford off the far side boards. And this maybe is good. Here comes a shot in, and just looks like a little piece of a blocker there by Batizian. The rebound goes all the way out to Colatarchi in his own zone for Athens. Now they'll gain the red and up and on in. Batizian will stop it behind his own net. Takes a funny hop here. And now Doherty will take it out for Columbus. Doherty being pressured by a couple of Rock Lobsters now. Doherty will take it. He'll gain the red, and he'll bring it in the zone himself. In the Athens zone, trying to deke around a Athens defender. Shot on. I don't know if that hit the net or not. Kind of a weird angle there. Doherty still has it, though. Ring it around the far side, or near side boards, I should say. Now Underwood has it. A little bit of a patty kick there with Jemayev as he's skating on off for a line change. Underwood off the boards right in front of the Columbus bench. Now Milan has it. Shot on. Save Batizian. Milan trying to give it on back to Robertson. Shot on. Gets deflected in front there. And now the Dragons have it. McDonald with it. Brings it up the near side to Kyle Moore. Moore across the blue line now. We'll take it to the point. And then blocked on off there by Orca Weisblatt. Behind the net we go as Athens has it. Back to Hunter, though. Ryan Hunter trying to center it up here. And it is on the stick of McDonald. McDonald between two Rock Lobster defenders. And over to Hunter. Over now to wide open Schlechtka. And a save by the Valier now. Schlechtka has it behind the net. And now Robertson will take it back for Athens. Dragons are playing mostly in the Athens zone these first couple of minutes. Good to see here. Ryan Hunter now with a backhand. Now over to Kyle Moore. Moore Schlechtka still keeps it in the Athens zone here. Connor Lynn comes out. And a shot in goes wide on the near side. Now in the near side corner, McDonald has it behind the net. And now over trying to find Lynn to the point, but is not. It goes to an Athens stick. Coming up with it now is Lukarov for the Rock Lobsters. He'll dump it on down. Batizian will leave it behind for the Dragons. We played 3.5 minutes now. 1-0 Columbus. If you're just joining us, Justin McDonald with a goal 45 seconds into the contest. Schlechtka takes his time here as the Dragons are on a line change. Nice pass to Wickline. He touches it. Now it goes into the Athens zone behind the net. The Rock Lobsters will take it here. Swarjahan giving a little bit of a forecheck, and now the Rock Lobsters skate back out here. Coming up with it is Philip Virgili. Virgili over to Johnson. One-time shot and score. That's that line we got to watch here as Cayden Gallant puts it in the net. Tic-tac in tow and right in the slot and beats Batizian 5-hole. Might be one of those nights where we got some scoring galore here. Both teams have an offensive mind when they want to, at least, and that is a 1-1 now. We are tied, 3:43 in. So kind of a busted play there, but again, find the stick of Cayden Gallant right in the slot. Kind of surprised Batizian there as he thought it was going behind the net, and I did too, but found him right there in the slot, and he beats Batizian 5-hole, and we are tied now at 1. Lobsters win the draw off the goal here. Now taken by former Dragon Greco. Now Cayden Gallant still with it. He gets tripped up, and we're going to have a call here against Columbus. Johnson now deking in, and saved there by Dunford. Good play by Dunford coming in to spill his forward there. Now we'll have a touch-up and a penalty here. It's going to be a trip on the Dragons here as Brian Dunford takes some exception to that, but a great play there, presence of mind to go and check that Athens forward that was right there point blank, dead to rights on Matt Batizian. Maybe a goal-scoring check there on the back check. Again, first penalty of the night will be Scott Doherty for tripping here at 4:02 of the first period. Again, it is 1-1. We are tied right now. Shots on goal for the Dragons, 4 for the Rock Lobsters, 2 as the Rock Lobsters go to the power play here. Surprisingly, the Lobsters right behind Columbus on the power play here, stats-wise. You would think they'd be up top, and you think we would too. And now right in front of Milan, shot scored. Shinkarik finds Milan. Another 5-hole shot goes between the wickets there. Matt Batizian, he's mad at himself for that one. And it took only 4 seconds on the power play. And Garrett Milan finds the back of the net with a power play goal, and it is now Athens 2, Columbus 1 after that very promising start there with that Justin McDonald goal. See how the Dragons respond here. 3 goals in 4 minutes. We have some action going on here. If it stays like this, it's going to be a shooting gallery for both teams here. The Dragons counter with Alex Jemayev at center, and we will have Samaro and Doe flanking him at the wings. And now the puck is dropped, and the Dragons will win it on back. Schlechtka will gain the red and dump it on in to the near side. Samaro giving chase here, dumped off the boards by Colatarchi. Now Underwood will take it. Underwood back on, now trying to find Jemayev. He does behind the net down to Samaro. Samaro skates around the referee. Now the near far side point, Schlechtka now in the slot, backhanded by Jemayev, and they will touch it, and we'll get over the near corner. Now the Dragons have it again, trying to bring it on in there as Jemayev, and he'll dump it on down the far side corner. Austin Doe along the half wall on the far side. He'll lose it, and now behind the net, the puck's still loose here. A couple of Rock Lobsters do battle, and now the puck will be taken and now advanced here by Brandon Reller. Reller across ice, and now inside the zone, shot on just wide of the net here. Now the Dragons will take it. Back to Austin Doe, now to Underwood. Underwood back in over to Somero. Somero will gain the red here, and will backhand it on into the slot. Right on to LaValliere, not really threatened there. Now the Dragons go off for a line change. Athens now with it, coming up with it is Shinkarik. Shinkarik around some defenders here of the Dragons. He has it now in the Columbus zone. He'll go D2D now to Robertson. He'll walk in the circle, shot on, gets deflected in front by a couple of Dragons sticks, and now coming in right in the slot here is Orca Weisblatt. To the point now, Shinkarik has Athens doing a partial change here. Now walking in, slap shot on, and right behind the wickets of Petesian and puts it in is Orca Weisblatt. Petesian thought he had it. The puck was lying there in the crease, wide open, and Weisblatt, the Johnny on the spot at the right time, or actually Orca on the spot. And just like that, the 1-0 Columbus lead turns into a 3-1 Athens lead. And we've only played 5 minutes and 24 seconds, and we have 4 goals already. So yeah, defense is at a premium tonight, to say the least. Let's see if the Dragons can get something on the board here and have some semblance of getting things calmed down here. Dunford now brings over to Sturges. He'll let it ring on down to the far side of the Athens zone. Ooh, dangerous little deep pass there, right through the crease there by the Rock Lobsters. Nothing doing there, no harm done. Sturges now has it back in his own zone for Dunford. Dunford now will bring it on into Wickline. Wickline dumped it in, but too hard, and it will be icing. The first icing of the game against either team. It goes against Columbus. We'll have a face-off in the Columbus zone. Media timeout. We'll take one with them. We're 5:46 in, and 4 goals have been scored, but 3 by the bad guys. We'll be back in just a bit.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
Dana Barker here with you for Tom Callahan, and we are at the end of the media timeout here in Athens at Aikens Ford Arena. Promising start by the Dragons. Justin McDonald scored just 45 seconds in, but the next 3 goals were all courtesy of the Rock Lobsters. So we're 5:46 in the first period, and we have a 3-1 Athens lead. Shots on goal 5 for both teams here. And now Galvin will take the draw against Philip Virgili. Galvin wins it over to Dunford as the Dragons control in their own zone. Dunford now over to the left wing side of Sturges. He'll dump it over to the near side, but the Rock Lobsters have it. We'll gain the red, and now dump it on in the Dragon zone. Doherty has the puck. Turned it over to Virgili briefly. Now good play by Galvin to get it out. Michael Greco will reset things here off a skate, though, and now taken by Dunford. Dunford brings it in the Athens zone himself. He'll walk it along the wall, trying to find Wickline in the slot. Wickline now has it, though. He'll walk along the far side boards to Galvin. Galvin backhands it behind the net. Too hard for Wickline, but now Sturges had a nice little deke around Greco. Now behind over to Wickline. Wickline trying to find, and we're going to have a penalty here coming up. It's going to be against Cody Wickline as he dumped the Athens player, dumped Johnson there, Malik Johnson. Didn't look like much of a trip there, but it is going to be a penalty coming up against Columbus here as the extra attacker is now out. So now Athens skating 6-on-5 here until the Dragons can touch things up. Garrett Milan taking their time, of course, as we have the man advantage here. Shinkarik being harassed a little bit by Alex Jemayev on the forecheck there. Now Milan will skate back and give him some relief, and now Milan will take it. Milan brings it up to the neutral zone, and now Orca Weisblatt has it, walks in the slot here over to the far side. Now on back, now Shinkarik has it, trying to get it for a one-timer. He'll walk in the slot. Now a shot on, just wide of the net. Maybe got a piece of it there, and Ryan Galvin will touch it up, and we have the call here. It's going to be a holding call against against Cody Wickline for that play in the corner. He has a little exception with the referee there. Second power play of the night, both of them going to the Rock Lobsters. We'll see if it lasts longer than 4 seconds this time. Of course, Garrett Milan found the back of the net just 4 seconds in their first power play. The PK for the Dragons, an excellent PK, one of the top in the league here. The 4-man kill will be out in the person of Nolan Schlehecka, Alex Jemayev, Kirk Underwood, and also Brian Moore. Of course, Moore wearing the 6-1 tonight for the Dragons. So see how they fare against number 1 line. Got Cayden Gallant. Garrett Milan will skate in and take the draw here for Athens. Dragons win it. Schlehecka keeps things simple and rings it all the way down the board. Valley leaves it on behind here for Carson Carrick. He'll set it up. And now Shinkarik has it. He'll use the neutral zone, gives it on back to the defender here. Kind of a Connor McDavid style here as he gets some speed. Now Virgili will have it on the near side point. Now around the boards here, Milan being harassed by Underwood. Virgili now back to the near side point, Shinkarik. Shinkarik now over to Weisblatt. Weisblatt tipped to Virgili and just wide of the net. Had half the net to shoot at and just missed it near side. Weisblatt brings it on over now to Milan. Milan walking around on the far side wall. Now goes back to Weisblatt. Weisblatt being harassed by Brian Moore, being harassed down by Jemayev as well. May have had an active stick so far this first part of the first period. Now over to the near side to Cayden Gallant. Gallant brings it on over to the captain Shinkarik. Shinks brings it over to Milan. Milan trying to go cross ice to Gallant. Good play by Jemayev again to bring it on down. Good couple of shifts here by Alex Jemayev so far in this game. Cayden Gallant now has it. Now walking in is Garrett Milan near side. Trying to go to the far side. Goes a little bit too wide there for Virgili to handle. Milan now has it over to Virgili. Goes right in the slot. Schlehecka has it. Now Virgili point blank and just missed here. Trying to find Orca Weisblatt and penalty come up against Columbus. And it might be one of those that you want to take there. I will take the 2-man advantage. We're being down 4-1 here. We got a hooking call coming up here against Nolan Schlehecka, and that's one of those, yeah, you kind of had to do that. Weisblatt and Milan found themselves undisturbed 2-0 against Petesian. So the hooking call on Schlehecka, and the Dragons will skate 48 seconds of a 5-on-3 here before we'll have another $1:12 of 5-on-4 time. 11:45 left in the first period. Again, Athens 3, Columbus 1. Columbus scored in their first shot of the game, have not scored in the next 4 shots. Athens 3 goals on 5 shots on goal. And, all right, a little wily veteran move here by Steve Martinson. He's actually putting in Josh Rosenzweig, and that's in lieu of the timeout. So that's a goaltender change. Can't really argue that. So he's got a little bit of time here to rest his power play unit. Steve Martinson, the wily veteran there, pulling the strings here and getting his power play a little bit of rest here. So we'll see how long Rosenzweig stays in goal. But, hey, put some shots on this cold goaltender here. Shinkarik has it. He'll walk it in now on to Gallant. Back on to Shinkarik. Now we're D-to-D. Now Shinkarik. One-time shot. Save Petesian. Nice pad save there and on down. Rosenzweig will bring it and leave it back for Shinkarik. Shinkarik now skate behind Rosenzweig. Now in his own zone. Now in neutral ice. Across the red, across the blue. Now in the Columbus zone. He'll drop it on off for Garrett Milan. Milan on the far side. Trying to find somebody and does. Now over to the far side. Back to Milan. A little give and go. Now again back in, walking in, trying to walk along the goal line there. Virgili now to Shinkarik. Shinkarik has it. One-time shot, score. Garrett Milan finds the back of the net, and it is now Athens 4. Columbus 1, less than 9 minutes in, and that was scored at 5-on-3 time, which means we will continue the power play skating 5-on-4. And now Rosenzweig leaves the net for Lavalier, and that's all that move was. It's a shrewd move there by head coach Steve Martinson to give his power play some more time to rest, and you saw the result here. Shinkarik finds Milan for a one-time shot and a goal. Power play goal, the second one of the night by the Rock Lobsters. That one courtesy of a 5-on-3. And now the Dragons will try to kill off this 5-on-4 here. Athens will win the draw. Still in the power play here. Michael Greco out there on the power play. We'll see how he does. He usually gets right in front of the goaltender and parks himself there once they get in the zone. We'll see how that plays out from Nepetesian. Now still in their own zone. They'll skate it on up. Lukharov has it. Lukharov now on the near side. A one-time shot. Save Petesian. Picard there point blank with it. Now Michael Greco. Greco gives it on back. A little give and go. Greco will have it up the near side point. Greco trying to find someone from the Rock Lobsters, dump it on down behind the net. Johnson will touch it on over. Now taken by Picard, back to Malik Johnson. Malik Johnson back to Picard here. Picard back to Johnson now, trying to find Glukarov in the slot and could not. Rosenzweig has it all the way behind the goal line, near side in his own zone. Down to the final 39 seconds of the power play here. Again, Athens 4, Columbus 1. Columbus did lead 1-0 at one point if you just joined us. Loose puck here, neutral ice, now on to Michael Greco. Greco gives it on over. It looked like it might have been offsides on himself there, but they wave it off as a good play. And now D2D, the Dragons have it. Connor Lynn will give it on back to Nathan Balkwill, and Balkwill will bring it on down the far side boards. Waiting for it is McDonald. He tries to give it over to Hunter here. Ryan Hunter skating out. A little bit of harassment there on the forecheck, a light forecheck at that, though, as we're still on a penalty kill for the next 9 seconds. Malik Johnson takes it behind his own net. He'll bring it on back. And now they're hemmed in here. The Rock Lobsters are no interest in breaking out. Now they finally do. And now the River Dragons are full strength. Riller trying to bring it on over to center, trying to bring it on over to the slot there to Picard. Could not. Now Nathan Balkwill will have it for the Dragons. Balkwill, headman pass, touched up by McDonald. Now the Rock Lobsters control. Blake Johnson going to the end of his shift here. He's on a change, so he goes back into his bench, but offside the call against Columbus, a old school barbershop media timeout. We'll take one with him and come on back here. Athens 4, Columbus 1, 10:37 into the first period. Dana Barker here with you from Aikens Ford Arena. We'll be back.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Dana Barker back with you here at Aikens Ford Arena in beautiful Athens, Georgia, home of the Dogs, of course, right here on the banks of the Oconee River. As we come out of the media timeout here, the faceoff will be on the far side dot, right outside the Athens zone here. And the number one line of Justin McDonald, Kyle Moore, and Ryan Hunter out there. They are flanked on the defensive side by Kirk Underwood and Schlehetka. Athens will win the draw, though. Riley Robertson has it in his own zone, goes cross ice down to Glukarov. And now a little backhand pass over to Milan. Milan has it now. He's got a couple of goals in the night here. Milan being harassed by a couple of Dragons players. McDonald in there as well as Schlehetka coming in to help his work of Weisblatt for the Rock Lobsters. A little 2-on-2 battle, and now along the near side boards, kept in though by Shinkarik. He'll backhand it, trying to find Milan, and does. Now we're to the slot again. One time shot saved by Batizian. About the third or fourth time they've done that. Just found somebody wide open in the slot. Now Milan again. A little bit too hot to handle. Now the Dragons control it. McDonald now got Underwood streaking with him. Finds Underwood. Shot on. Save Lavalier, and he will cover it with a glove. Put the glove against his chest, and we get a whistle. 8:44 remaining in the first period. Again, it is Columbus 1, Athens 4. And a penalty come up here against the Lobsters. Didn't see that. Orkel Wisely apparently behind the play. A roughing call here for roughing up a Dragons player. Now Columbus goes to the first power play of the night. So we'll see if the Dragons here can right the ship after scoring on the first shot on goal, allowing 4 unanswered by the Rock Lobsters. See if the power play can cure what ails them here. Sorjahan along with Samaro, and looks like on the far side, looks like that is Cody Wickline. At the point we have Connor Lind as well as Nolan Schlehetka. Dragons win it. Now Athens controls though. Kolatarchi dumps it on down. Coming out Petizian way out on the far side here. He'll go cross ice safely to Connor Lind. Lind will go behind his own net here. Is being lightly harassed by Philip Virgili. And now the Dragons will set things up here. Power play for the next 1:40 here for the Dragons, courtesy of the roughing call on Orkel Weisblatt. Now over to Sorjahan. Tried to get to his stick, but it goes to his skates instead. Now behind the net. Wickline, bring it over to far side to Samaro. Samaro over now to Wickline, over to Lind at the near side point, far side point, Schlehetka. Shot in, tipped right in front, but tipped wide of the net. Looked like a great setup there, but just tipped wide. Now the high slot, Schlehecka takes a shot on. Rister gets blocked in front by a couple of skates. Now on to Sorjahan, had a wide open net and just blocked in front there. Great play to sell out there on the back check by Athens. Now coming out 1-on-2 is for Gilly. Trying to go around a couple of defenders there by the Dragons. Could not. Now Lynn will have it. We're halfway through the power play here. 1 minute to go for the Dragons. Now Lynn walks in. Shot on score! Connor Lynn, coast to coast. Beats Lavalier, and we have a 4-2 game. 6 goals in 12 minutes. That one occurs with the power play as well. Connor Lynn, great presence of mind. Saw Athens on a change there, and he goes coast to coast and beats Lavalier, and we have a 4-2 hockey game now. 6 goals scored in 12 minutes. That doesn't shake the rust off of you. I don't know what will. So that roughing penalty comes back to haunt them, comes back to haunt the Lobsters. And Athens actually sported one of the top PKs in the league there. It's going to take a little bit of a dent there with that power play goal for the Dragons. Jemayev wins the ensuing faceoff all the way behind the net, now taken by Dunford. Dunford over to Doe, trying to find Jemayev. Now walking in. The slot is the Rock Lobsters, but loses it. Now taking a shot in, just tipped in front. That was off the stick to Colatarchi. Now the puck rolls to the far side. Shot in, St. Petesian. Shot again, but just goes wide. Now the Dragons will try to take it out here. Here is Brian Moore trying to find Jemayev. Now dumped on in by Austin Doe, and it will be offside. It hits the skates of Jemayev, who is already in the Athens zone. We played 12:46 so far in the game. Athens 4, Columbus 2. Bookended by Columbus goals here. 4 Athens goals, bookended by Dragons goals. Of course, Justin McDonald got the party started 45 seconds in. 4 unanswered goals by Athens, and the power play goal just now by Connor Lind. Puck now controlled by the Dragons. Brian Moore has it, waiting for some help, and found none. Now the Rock Lobsters on a breakaway here. Malik Johnson on a breakaway between the hash mark. Shot, save Petesian. See if that gets him back in the game here. Good save by Matt Petesian to hold his ground there against Malik Johnson on the breakaway. Near side point now, Michael Greco. Greco over to Cayden Gallant. Gallant will bring it over to the high slot. Shot in, and the net is off the moorings. But it's going to be a penalty against the Dragons. Might be an interference call here against Brian Dunford, as Dunford made contact with Johnson, and enough contact, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be interference against Dunford here. So he made enough contact with Johnson to knock the marsh pegs off of the net. Not the pegs that we see in Monroe, mind you. These are actual marsh pegs that go all the way into the ice. Brian Dunford guilty of interference here at the 13:10 mark of the first period, and Athens goes to the power play. They've scored 2 already, courtesy of the man advantage. 1 to 5 on 3. Not subbing goalies, though. Doesn't look like Steve Martin's going to do that shrewd move again. That's maybe good for 1 a game there. Of course, he had a 2-man advantage when he did that. Milan, Gallant, usual suspects out there for the Lobsters. Over to the near side point. Virgilia back to Gallant. Cayden Gallant now has it. D over now to Shinkarik. Shinkarik over to Orca Weisblatt. Weisblatt on to Milan. Trying to find Virgilia at the slot and does not. Milan gets it right back, though. Now over to the far side point to Weisblatt. Weisblatt will take his time with it, spin around with the puck, being harassed by Underwood. Now over to Garrett Milan. Milan gets checked there. Nice check by Schlehecka. As now he'll bring it on down and out. Good play, knowing Schlehecka to dislodge the puck from Garrett Milan and then get the puck out of the zone. Dragons go for a change here. A couple of new guys on the PK. Backhanded in by Cayden Gallant. Behind the net now is Weisblatt. Weisblatt over to Gallant, near side boards. Now over to Weisblatt, over trying to find Virgili, and Galvin has it and brings it on down here. Galvin dumps it on down. Shinkarik finds Garrett Milan. We're now 1:05 left on the power play. Brought on back in the Columbus zone here. Weisblatt trying to find the high slot and does. Virgili, good back check there by the Dragons. Now over to the near side point to Michael Greco. Greco with it. Around the boards on the near side, goes to the far side. Balkwill and Milan do battle there. Now Milan will backhand it on back to Orca Weisblatt. Weisblatt being held up by Lynn. Now Philip Virgili there, being held against the boards by Balkwill. Balkwill finds Lynn. Now over to Samaro. Checked there by Orca Weisblatt, but Lynn will skate on out with it. Had the last goal for the Dragons. See if we can get a shorty here. Over now to Balkwill with a shot and a save of Valier. He covers up. Kind of handcuffed him there. The 2 defenders on the PK actually coming up there and leading the rush. Great to see that. Of course, Connor Lynn, a little bit of confidence there for scoring that goal for the Dragons. Finds Balkwill, and Balkwill with a nice little wrister, and that's not an easy save there. A shorthanded chance by the Dragons, saved by Willie. 4-man PK now in the person of Kyle Moore, Justin McDonald, Connor Lynn, and at the point, we have, looks like it's going to be Nathan Balkwill stays out there. Yeah, Lyndon Balkwill, 2 D partners. And we'll do it again. We'll hold the clock for a second here, give that precious power play time for the Lobsters. Don't want to miss 1 second of it. They will hold the clock for 1 second. I think they can count to 1 here in Athens. I'm sure the UG Education will help them out. McDonald now with Kyle Moore. And again, Lind and Balkwill. All right, here we go. Drop the puck eventually as we get the clock issues resolved. And one day we'll drop the puck, and we finally drop it, and now behind the net. Trying to find a severe angle there was Kyle Moore, but it goes behind the net. Now Athens will bring it on out down to the final 24 seconds of the power play. Kolotarchi finds Glukarov on the far side boards. Nice play by Balkwill to dislodge the puck and bring it on down. Kyle Moore, the first one down, but Lavalier will have it and will leave it for his teammates. Now backhands it over the far side. 3 Rock Lobsters converge on it. One more rush if they want it there by the Lobsters before the penalty is expired. Malik Johnson has it, brings it inside the Columbus zone, tipped by the stick of McDonald, and a shot in. Save Patizzi with a pad. Puck still loose though, now full strength Columbus. Malik Johnson brings it on over now to Picard. Picard now on the far side point to Greco. Greco lost it, or McDonald trying to spring a breakaway there by Dunford and could not. Now Kyle Moore has it, being checked there by Michael Greco, and he's down, and he is not getting up here. And Athens on a partial break. Got Malik Johnson here. Shot on goes wide. We'll see if the Dragons, and now we finally have a whistle here. Nothing malicious there on the part of Greco, just a weird, funny check there. And we have a Dragon down the ice. We're going to take a media timeout, and we'll take one with him here, and we'll make sure the Dragon's okay there, and we'll take it back to Christian McCarter running on out here to tend to the injured Dragon. We'll see how that transpires. We'll be right back with you. River Dragons hockey here from Athens, 4-2, Athens over Columbus.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah, on any D-A-Y, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
And not a good sight there as Kyle Moore being helped off by Underwood and Flehetka as Trent Trish McCarter, and hopefully the open door for him. He's still at the far side door, but again, a very important cog of that first line there for the Dragons, and see if we can get him off the ice to comfort, and we do. And Grisha's going in there with Kyle Moore, and we'll try to get an update on Kyle Moore as we can. But again, a key cog of that first line that was just unconscious there in the 2 games against Mississippi. As we're out of the media timeout now, but neither team in a hurry to get back out there. We played 15-plus minutes in the first period. It is Columbus trailing the Lobsters by a score of 4-2. Shots on goal, 13 for Athens and 8 for Columbus. And again, we'll see what Jerome does here. It's going to be a little bit of a shell game with those lines with a very important piece of the puzzle. Kyle Moore out. Of course, he was first star of the game both nights against the Seawolves. Got a hat trick in the game. Of course, Military Night, the sellout game, the 9-1 victory for the Dragons against Mississippi back on Saturday night. Now Jemayev out there with Sturges and Wickline, and back at the point is Underwood Flehetka. Wickline now has it for the Dragons. He'll give it on over to his deep partner, Flehetka, now over to Kirk Underwood. Underwood will gain the red line. We'll bring it on down. Valley will stop it, and we'll leave it on back for, looks like Michael Greco. Greco dropped on back now. Now the Dragons control it. Sturges with it. Trying to find somebody in front. Sturges now on the far side to the point now to Underwood. He'll walk in. He'll bring it on back to the backhand, and an Athens player down, and we blow the whistle here. Slow to get up is a Rock Lobster, and the trainer goes over to check on them. Looks like that is Kyle Russell, number 7 for the Lobsters. And the trainer meets him halfway, and he skates off under his own power. So, kind of an untimely stoppage there, but again, have to tend to the player and make sure he's not injured. But he does go to the bench for the Lobsters under his own power, if that tells you anything. We'll have a draw on the near side here to the glove side of William LaValliere. A little bit less than 4 minutes left in the first period, and the Lobsters doubling up on the Dragons right now by a score of 4-2. Mayev line will stay on out there as they get a nice little break, so they'll take advantage of the extra blow, and they'll stay out there. Mayev being flanked by Sturges and Wickline at the point. Doherty and Dunford now the new D pair out for Columbus. Reset things, we'll drop the puck, and now taken by Wickline over to Doherty. Doherty brings it in, a glove save, but popped out the glove there was Valliere, and now Reller gets it on out with a skate. Chasing it on down now is Dunford. Dunford gets a rolling puck, trying to control it, and it goes behind his own net to Doherty. Doherty D-to-D over to Dunford. Now around the far side boards to Sturges. Sturges cross ice over to Doherty. Doherty brings it up now to Jemayev, and he'll dump it on into the Athens zone. Giving chase is Wickline. He meets Willie there, but the puck goes over to Reller, and now Doherty trying to get it in the slot but could not. Off an Athens stick, and now on to Reller. Reller coming on up here on the far side. Actually, it's not Reller. I apologize. That was Ronan for the Lobster. Shot in. Say Petesian right on the stick, though, of Alden, but he could not corral it long enough to get another shot in. Connor Lynn now controls behind his own net. We'll set things up here for the Dragons. They go off for a line change here. 3 minutes left in the first period. Athens 4, Columbus 2. There's no shot clock, guys. Athens fans booing like there's a shot clock in hockey. Over now to Doherty. Doherty now controls it, and over now to Somero. Somero in his own zone on the near side. We'll go D-to-D over to Doherty. Doherty now will go cross ice off a skate, though. And now trying to bring it in Cayden Gallant. Gallant lost his footing. Malik Johnson has it. Bouncing puck here. I don't know if we're playing with a racket ball or with a hockey puck tonight. Virgili now controls it, trying to get it, but lost it. Now rolling puck in neutral ice. Controlled by the Dragons. Balkwill over now to Somero. Somero bringing it on back in his own zone. Now to Connor Lynn. Lynn will control it now near side over to Austin Doe. Doe lost it over to Karshan Carrick. He'll bring it up to Virgili. And Gallant dinked when he should have deked and lost it over to Lynn. Lynn now has it in the Athens zone. Over now to Ryan Galvin. Galvin now walking in, trying to find someone in the slot, but nobody there but red jerseys. Athens controls now down the final 2 minutes of period number 1. Connor Lynn has it as the Dragons go off for a partial change. Somero bringing it over to Ryan Hunter. We'll see who will join him at forward now. Of course, that's the number 1 line coming back out for the Dragons in the absence of Kyle Moore, who went off just a few minutes ago due to injury. Coming on up with it now is Orca Weisblatt. Trying to get it was McDonald, but could not. Now Brian Moore. Brian Moore is going to be the other one on that line there. So same last name, different first name. And we'll keep on going with that first line. Now controlled by the Rock Lobsters, coming in 2-on-1 if they hurry. Milan has it. Cross ice shot. See Petesian as he goes post to post on a shot by Orca Weisblatt. Over now, Justin McDonald near side. McDonald goes cross ice. Headman pass there to Brian Moore. Brian Moore and Ryan Hunter. Moore walks in and goes behind the net. Brian Moore controlling it now down to 1:15 left in the first period. Drops it over to Kirk Underwood. Underwood now controls McDonald. Lost it to a couple of Athens players. Bouncing puck still. Now controlled by the Lobsters again. Greco has it being checked off the puck there by Underwood. Didn't know he had in his skates. Now walking in with his Lukarov. 1 minute left in the first period. Kick save by Petesian. Another shot in. Save Petesian. Thought he had it but did not. Luckily goes to the near side. That shot coming in from Milan at the point. Or Milan, I should say. Karshan Carrick now controls it. Goes D-to-D again over to Greco. Greco will leave it over to Milan. Milan now over to Shinkarik. Now over to Orca Weisblatt. Now they'll break out here down the final 37 seconds and is offsides against the Lobsters. 36 and 4/10 seconds left here in period number 1. It is 4-2. Athens leading Columbus. At first intermission, we're be joined by team owner Jeff Krupp. We'll talk about the state of the Dragons, state of the league, and what's going on. Of course, going up over a very big success both on and off the ice after military night on Saturday. Of course, we'll have a lot to talk about there and wrapping up this last couple of months of the season. Dragons control. Doherty has it near side over to Wickline. Cross ice now over to Jemayev. He'll walk it in the near side point. He'll bring it on over on the half wall, being harassed by Colatarchi. He gets it now for Athens and brings it over the near side. Brandon Reller there, you could not mistake him with that blonde hair. Reller has it across the blue line. Now a shot in, say Petizian. Rebound goes right in front of him, though. Doherty controls down the last 15 seconds. Alex Jemayev on the rush here. A couple of Dragons with him. High slot shot in. I don't know if that was blocked away by Willie or it goes. Looks like it went off the netting on top, but it does not get a whistle. I think it's going to do it here. A two-man chase, and Dunford wins that race, and that will do it for period number 1. 6 goals in the period. Bookended by 2 Dragons goals. In the middle, though, 4 Athens goals, 2 on the power play. And we end this first period, Athens 4, Columbus 2. Stay tuned. We'll have Jeff Krupp here for the first intermission. A little bit of conversation with him and the state of the Dragons and talk about what's going on here. And we'll be back for the first intermission here. Dana Barker with you from Aikens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia. We'll be back. River Dragons hockey. Stay with us.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities, but more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability, so for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business.
Dana Barker back with you here. So we have the Sea Legs race between the Rock Lobsters as they're finishing up their intermission activity here. And we're joined by River Dragons owner Jeff Krupp. We'll try to bring you on in here. Jeff, how are things going tonight? Doing a little bit of test. Okay. We'll get Cayden to fix the headset there. We'll bring Jeff in. We got Jeff Krupp in here. Do a little bit of talking about the success for the Dragons. Of course, a very successful weekend. The couple of big wins against the Seawolves, and of course a sellout crowd here on Military Night, 7,489 strong. Got a pretty decent crowd for a Wednesday night for Hump Day over here in Athens, Georgia, as we are 4-2. The Rock Lobsters on top of the Dragons, doubling them up. All All right, so we're good to go. Everything's good. Cayden, man, you're a lifesaver. Cayden is a lifesaver for me, Jeff. Now we got Jeff Krupp in here, and let's try it again, Jeff.
Hey, Dana. Thank you to you and Cayden for doing a great job.
Yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, we got you on this channel. It's muted. Try it again. Check. Let's try that again. We got some audio difficulty here as we're in this pot here, I think. So, yep, check. Beauty of live radio. So, yeah, talk about the sellout. Talk about the big weekend we had. Military night, of course, always a big night, always kind of a sellout crowd here. And talk about the two big wins against Seawolves as well.
Yeah, there's nothing more fun that we have, in our building other than playoffs, than the military night, and then just having the guys out in their fatigues and the chanting and the way the crowd responds to everything, the way the players respond to everything. The only negative about it is it really rattles the guys that get either scratched or suspended, and they have that circled all year and they can't play. And also I want to thank Cayden and yourself for being on here tonight. I said that earlier, but with the mic difficulties.
No, I appreciate that, yeah. Got the call. The bat signal came out about 8:30. I think Jerome called me, and we were set to go there, and I was on the way. And of course, Tom Callahan still infirmed at home, so hope he gets well soon here. Of course, we got a big weekend of games coming against Blue Ridge. So what's the Jeff? What's the mindset in the office? Talk about on the ice. We've seen that, but just talk about some of the off ice. Talk about what's going on off the ice for the Dragons and just how successful this season has been for you, and where you kind of put this versus the other 5 years we've been here.
Well, it's been a great ride in Columbus. It's gotten better every year, and we've got a great staff. They work their tails off, and it's just I just would love to be able to have every Saturday be like last Saturday. Get the Fridays up to 4,000 or 5,000, but that's our job, not the fans' job.
I think the big thing too, Jeff, is to have having Ignite here, having you here, and having good ownership here. That's key. And after being spoiled by Shelby and Juan Amos all these years, I think the perfect shoes to fill were when you came in and kind of got things rolling here with the Dragons. Of course, I'm not going to lie. When I heard we're getting a Federal Hockey League team, I knew the history of the Fed. I'm like, but we've been top notch, and I still say, you can put your noses up if you're another team in the FPHL, but I still say we're one of the flagship franchises in the Federal Prospects Hockey League, no doubt.
Well, I appreciate that, Dana, and it's definitely a couple franchises aside been a tough road to hoe.
Right.
But as long as the fans in Columbus get a good product, the rest is just white noise to us. Obviously, you want to be a helpful partner and you want everyone to be strong, but listen, there's NHL teams that struggle from time to time. So, but yeah, there's been some crazy things happen over the years.
Right.
But I think the league is pointed in the right direction, and things are really good. We're getting some new assets in the Civic Center. The city's done a great job of.
I thought you meant new fans. I thought you meant new butts in seats. You said assets. Sorry. Family show.
Yes.
Family show.
Assets.
Got you. Okay. I was like, whoa, Jeff. Okay. Callie's gone. Well, the cat's away. Might as well play, huh?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
He's probably texting me right now, so I better get my phone. But no, we just. Everybody loves it there. You have to have a player come through there that said, I don't like it here, and. Obviously the core fans are unbelievable. The booster club is unbelievable, and like everything else, we're going to have our issues and we're going to have our bad days. And this year on the ice, I've not been thrilled. As a general manager since really day one. I like to see us clean a lot of things up, like tonight.
Yep.
It's just it's disheartening. I know the guys' hearts are in it, but to come out. And look ill-prepared and give up bad goals, and then Stripes get involved, and next thing you know, it's 4-1, and it's just, getting off the bus makes it hard, and that's the difference now this year than years in the past is, 75% of the league, if you don't show up and play hard against them, if you have a couple of guys taking nights off, you're not going to beat them.
Right.
Or you're going to give them a point, or you're going to, it's tough. The league's tough this year.
Yep. Which is a good thing. Love the parity, though. We'll talk more about the league and more with Jeff Krupp when we come back. River Dragons hockey, first intermission, Athens 4, Columbus 2. We'll be right back.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
Dana Barker back with you here, in for Tom Callahan at Athens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia, joined by owner and general manager Jeff Krupp. And man, it's a mass unit here. You know, I'm in for Callie, and of course we had last Wednesday. Of course, big thank you to Athens, though. Thank you to the Athens Ford for bringing those vans, getting us over here the rest of the way after the bus. But also a little bit of a health scare with your own last week, Jeff.
Yeah, just by the grace of God. I mean, I guess God sent a message, and we were listening. And I mean, talked to him today, it was like it never happened.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you mentioned Athens Ford, like, wow, did they step up? Like, that's just amazing what they did for us. And I happened to be on a plane when it all happened, so I couldn't help, and Jerome couldn't help, and it was a perfect storm. And actually, when we were talking about what color to wear tonight, teal or white, Jack was like, well, the teals have been bad luck, and I'm like, the coach stroke and the bus breaking down and the losing wasn't in the white wasn't enough, but here we are in the whites again, so we got 40 more minutes to go to work.
Maybe we're doing a costume change in there as well, but we'll keep the Dr. Krupp hat on, and tell us, of course, you were down on the ice when Kyle Moore skated off, or actually didn't skate off. He had to be helped by a couple of Dragons players. Got anything on Kyle?
Yeah, so they're went in there. They're just checking his knee out. They looked like a knee-to-knee hit. I don't know the severity. I can only pray it's not too severe, just for Kyle's sake, not for ours. But we'd be the bonus in that situation.
Right.
But, I'll let you know. I'll text you once I go down there. I don't envision him coming back tonight, but
sounds good.
You never know. He's a tough little rat. So.
Yeah, coincidence though. I mean, first star of the game both nights. Got the hat trick in front of the Fort Moore soldiers on Saturday.
Yeah, he's a rise to the occasion guy. That's for sure.
Yep. One more question before you go. I mean, good to see that first line clicking with J-Mac and with
Moore.
With Ryan, with Moore, and with Ryan Hunter as well. Hunter coming back in. But what do you think about this roster this year versus last season? If you were playing GM, what cog would you think?
I do play GM.
Sorry. If you know what I mean.
I would say Josh. I would say.
Speaking in generics though, position wise, what do you think?
Shinkarik, Josh. Early on, a few of those shots, even earlier this year, a few of those shots wouldn't have went in last year, and they weren't going in earlier this year, and now, we're just in one of those slumps where, you saw Saturday night they had a couple chances and big saves were made, and next thing you know, we got off on our tear that we usually go on, especially at home. So that's a lot of little things. The schedule was not, even though we had a lot of time off, I think that really hurt us because we had a tough time finding our identity, getting things going. It's been a tough year, but yet we talk like we're not in a good spot. We're in a good spot, and it's not like we're, we could beat any team any night, so I'm not concerned in that regard, but I definitely would like to make Jerome and I would like to make some personnel moves before the end of the year.
Yeah. Speaking of schedule, second of 3 straight Wednesdays up here in Athens. Another hockey night, a hockey hump day in Athens. Jeff, thanks for joining us. Love you, brother.
Thank you, Dana. Thanks for your help. By the way, I just want to know why you thought the music was so much better here than in our building. The selection.
I don't know. You tell me. Oh, you started a storm. And he walks away on that mic drop. That was Jeff Krupp, GM and owner of the Dragons. Love you, brother. We'll talk more here, and of course we'll get on Kyle Moore. We'll come back with you for second period hockey here from Aikens Ford Arena when we come back. Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
And we're back with you. Dana Barker in for Tom Callahan from Aikens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia. And we have a goaltending change in net. Sam Bernard now mans the Columbus net as we have William Valier over here on the near side, right below us here at the arena. And here we go for the second period. Without any further ado, Athens will now be skating left to right across your screen, and Dragons skating right to left. Dragons control it. And now it's shot on. Save LaValliere. There's a shot in from Underwood as he walks on in here. Orca Weisblatt will control it for Athens. Again, Athens doubling up the Dragons now 4-2 after 6 goals in the first period. Ryan Hunter controls it, being checked off the puck there. Milan has it in the slot, bounces up here. Bouncing puck corralled now by Justin McDonald. McDonald now over to Somero, trying to find Hunter here, and he goes right on to LaValliere. He will cover with Hunter charging in. A little bit of a different flavor to this line now. Instead of Brian Moore out there, Justin Somero in as the other wing for the Dragons. We get a whistle. Now they come off pretty quickly here, so a very short shift here for Columbus, only a 28-second shift. And now we have the line of Jemayev flanked by Wickline and Sturges, and at the point, Balkwill and Connor Lind. Of course, have been the most active D pair out here so far for Columbus. Dragons will win it. Over to the high slot now to Connor Lind. Lind will bounce it on over to Sturges. He'll walk along the half wall. Near side shot in, just tipped in front by Jemayev, but tipped and stopped in front by a Rock Lobster defender. Sturges doing battle here with Shinkarik and also with Robertson. Now Milan will take it. Too hot to handle here for Glukarov, and it will be icing against Athens. Play 51 seconds so far of the second period. Athens 4, Columbus 2. Again, Justin McDonald got the scoring started 45 seconds in. Cayden Gallant answered with at the 3:43 mark of the first period. Garrett Milan scored 23 seconds later on the power play. Orca Weisblatt and then Garrett Milan again in the first half of the first period. Those 4 goals scored by the Lobsters before Connor Lind quieted things down there for Columbus. Puck is dropped, one on back here along the wall. The controlled here by Weisblatt. Kind of a flick on over to Milan. Back in a little hand-to-hand there and with Milan. Now controlled by the Dragons over the red line. Now over the blues. Connor Lind walking in. He gets off the skates there of Weisblatt. Shot in from a very severe angle there from Wickline. And Valier will cover up, and there is no rebound. That's really the difference in the first period. Look at the tail of the goaltenders. You know, a period that Matt Matthiesen probably wants back, but also the rebounds. The rebounds were there, and Athens was just the beneficiaries of that. Valier has swallowed up most of them, and the couple that he didn't turn into goals for the Dragons. Austin Doe now on the line here. Ryan Galvin will take the puck and will take the face off here. He wins it on back. Shot by Brian Moore goes just wide, trying to find the near side. We're trying to go short side. Dunford now behind the net. Kind of surprised Doe there. Now over to Doherty. Doherty on defense. And he'll shoot on in and goes into the netting, over the net, and out of play. And the puck will stay inside the Athens zone, though, as it went off a Rock Lobster stick. And again, Connor Lind scored on the power play at the 12:20 mark, so all 6 goals for both teams in the first 12:20 of that first period, and then things quieted down and calmed down for both sides. And Ryan Galvin wins it on back. D-to-D now to Doherty. Doherty kicks it on his stick and dumps it on down here for Brian Moore. Moore being harassed by Greco. Malik Johnson down there as well for Athens. Over with Galvin. Now Moore walks along the wall. Now controlled by Cayden Gallant and on down. Won't have the legs for icing. Waved off by the linesman pretty quickly here. And now Doherty controls for Columbus. Behind his own net, now goes cross ice, controlled by Galvin. Galvin will skate around, will gain the red. Backhand over to Brian Dunford. Dunford walks it in. Shot on, blocker saved by LaValliere. And now over to the far side is Galvin. Galvin now over to Austin Doe. Dozer has it on his backhand. One-time shot from the point, and a blocker save again. Might want the paddle of the stick there from LaValliere. Now controlled by Athens. If it loses, a little bit too hot to handle for Virgili. Now Galvin will fight there with Russell for the Lobsters, controlled by Schlehecka. Still a bouncing puck again here in the second period. Russell will control it now over now to Greco. Greco off the far side boards, but on the stick of Ryan Hunter. Has to wait, though, as Brian Moore was way deep in the Athens zone. And big check there applied by Greco. Didn't take that. Now Brian Moore trying to come in. He gets checked by Greco, and that's going to be a penalty against Athens. And here we go. Doherty trying to find Greco here. We got a penalty, guys. Let's just take our lumps. And now behind here, as Athens comes back in, and Malik Johnson tries to go after Doherty and grabs him. So we'll see what the offender is here now. Brian Moore talking to Greco. Moore, the little rabbit punch here, and dislodges the helmet of Michael Greco. And that's going to earn him a shot in the penalty box as well. So I think that might have evened things up here. as Greco just not a very good presence of mind there behind the play. We had the power play, but I think we evened it up there with Brian Moore. Moore and Greco doing some talking, doing some jawing between the penalty benches. And we'll get this thing sorted out here. I do believe when we end things here and we get back to play, it'll be a 4-on-4 for both sides. As one of the referees talking to both captains here, Underwood and also Shinkarik. Of course, the former Dragon and the current Dragon, talking to the adjudicator here and getting things sorted out. Doherty as well. Doherty giving Greco a stare down in the penalty box as he skates slowly over to the Columbus bench. So we'll see how this gets sorted out here as we're still doing some talking here. The two referees are in the ref circle doing some talking. The two captains are pleading their case as well. So we got 4 individuals here, 2 refs, and both captains of both sides. Carson Carrick pleading his case to one referee, and Kirk Underwood doing a lot of listening. So if you're doing more listening than talking, usually it's either to your advantage or you're good. And now Underwood and Shinksy doing some talking as they skate down the red line to their respective benches. And the linesman now coming over to give his opinion of what transpired with the two referees. And now back comes Shinkarik to talk to the officials here. So we're playing chess, not checkers, with these penalties here as we finally got things sorted out. Looks like the face-off will go into the Athens zone, and it will be 4-on-4. Penalty against Greco, penalty against Brian Moore. The minors are on the board here, and we'll see what the infractions are. Now the puck will actually be dropped outside the Athens zone. McDonald pleading his case here. If it's even, he's saying if it's even, if we're not, there's no advantage, it should be where the puck last was, and the initial penalty was actually in the Athens zone. That's what Justin McDonald's talking to a couple of linesmen about right now. McDonald's saying the puck should be dropped inside Athens ice. So we'll see the two linesmen get things straight here. As again, the first penalty by Greco did happen behind the play inside the Athens zone. So we'll see what happens here as linesmen and referees are talking. A lot of talking for 2 minor penalties. And it will be dropped outside the zone. So finally it will be dropped right outside the Athens zone. And the foursome for the Dragons are Kirk Underwood, Nolan Schlehetka, Justin McDonald, and Ryan Hunter. The foursome for Athens, Carter Shinkarik, Garrett Milan, as well as Orca Weisblatt and Riley Robertson. And here we go after much ado. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. McDonald has it now over to Ryan Hunter. Hunter walks it in, takes a shot off the stick, though, of Shinkarik on the back check. Shinkarik over to Robertson. Unsportsmanlike call against Brian Moore, and interference a call against Greco as the penalties are announced. Of course, without times, but announced nonetheless. Garrett Milan has it, lost it over now neutral ice, now controlled by the Lobsters. Puck now controlled in their own zone by Garrett Milan. Milan now in neutral ice, lost puck over to Ryan Hunter. Hunter now comes out with it on the far side point, trying to find McDonald with a one-timer, but the puck sailed on him. And now he gets it back, though. 2-on-none right in front. Backhand shot to save Lavalier. Great save to wait out McDonald. Good save by Willie there. Very patient and waited him out. Didn't go down. Didn't go for the deke. And he makes a key save there as we had both McDonald and Ryan Hunter right on the doorstep there off a turnover by the Lobsters in their own zone. We'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 69 seconds. Nice. 16:37 left in the second period. It is 4-2 Athens. Gallant and Jemayev. Puck is one on back now by the Lobsters. Now controlled over by Philip Virgili. Virgili going cross ice now to Colatarchi. He'll gain the red, gain the blue. Now he's in Columbus ice. Backhands it on down behind the net. Connor Lind is there. Lind on the far side will bring it on out. Why not? He went coast to coast and scored last time. Lind has it, trying to go 1-on-3. That usually won't win you very many battles, and Athens skates back over. Virgili now 1-on-1. Back kicking now Sturges. He does a great job to dislodge the puck. Controlled now by Nathan Balkwill. Balkwill goes over now to Jemayev. Back in the Columbus zone. And now controlled by the Dragons. Walking it out now is Balkwill. Gains the blue, gains the red, gains the Athens blue. Tried to take a shot, fanned on it. And it goes safely into Willie, and he will glove it and get a whistle. 4:05 in the second period. We played a little bit more than 4 minutes. And again, shots on goal, 18 for the Lobsters, 14 for the Dragons. But where it counts, it is Athens 4, Columbus 2. 28 seconds left on the matching minors by Brian Moore for unsportsmanlike conduct and the interference call on Michael Greco. Now for the Dragons, it is Wickline, Dunford, Austin Doe, and Doherty. We'll see what might be setting up here. If we got Doherty out there, of course, he did some jawing with Michael Greco, so we'll see what happens 20 seconds when both Brian Moore and Greco come out of the box. Puck is now dropped and one on back here by the Lobsters, but still a loose puck right in the corner. 2-2 here, 2 Lobsters. Now Wickline will get it for the Dragons. He'll walk it along the wall, now come out to the high slot, take a shot off the skates Picard to neutral ISO. Dragons have to reset here down to the final 19 seconds of the 4-on-4. Dunford gives it right on back, but now controlled 2-on-1 here, breaking out Picard. Got some Shinkarik with him, takes a shot himself, goes way wide of the net. Rebound goes all the way back at neutral ice. Controlled now again by Malik Johnson. Johnson backhands him, but lost it now. The Dragons control it. The penalty come up here against the Lobsters for slashing, it's going to look like. And it is against Garcia. Wickline gives him a little bonus. Garcia gives him a little shove as well. Doherty and Garcia, we have a power play, guys. We got a power play coming up. We'll see what happens here as we got some guys tied up. Doherty tied up with a couple of Lobsters here. Malik Johnson as well. And we'll see if the initial penalty, the initial slash on Garcia is all that gets called here. Again, the Dragons beneficiaries there the last couple of special teams. Now we got Greco right with Brian Moore. Greco and Moore out of the box. I don't know why they're out of the box, and that's why we get escorts to bring them out of the box here if it's matching minors. So off ice officials by Athens let them out of the box, and that's what happens. That's why you have a linesman come in between the two and escort them back, so there won't be any kind of fisticuffs or any kind of action there. Doherty going into the box for Columbus, and again, after initial Athens penalty, and even up from Columbus. So it looks like more 4-on-4 time here as the referee is placing his to-go order to the Athens off-ice staff, and Underwood and Shinkarik for the second time in 4.5 minutes back again. And it looks like Riley Robertson doing some talking to the Columbus bench, Recco as well. So I might be getting some dance partners set up here. Speaking of dancing, 15 days away from Dancing Stars of Columbus, myself and Tracy Chambly. So if you feel so inclined to vote for myself, it's the bit.ly link, bit.ly/vote Dana, number 4 ALZ. So Underwood doing some talking here with Garrett Milan, and both referees again talking to Underwood. Underwood doing more talking now. Looks like the initial penalty is up for Picard. I thought it was Garcia that had the initial slash, but we'll see what gets called here. Might be the extra. There is. There's 2 Rock Lobsters in the box now, so Garcia got the initial call and Picard in the box as well. So luckily, Doherty brought somebody else to the box with him. So it will be a power play, looks like, for Columbus when all is said and done. Underwood and Milan talking with the other referee, and we're about ready to get things going here, and it will be a power play for the Dragons. And again, the Dragons are 1 for 2 on the power play, I do believe. Of course, Connor Lynn scoring that power play goal for the Dragons as he went coast to coast on defense. 1 for 1, okay. Thank you, Cayden. So 1 for 1, 100%. See if we can keep the perfect score here as the Dragons embark on their second power play in the person of Underwood. McDonald giving some instructions to Samaro. At the point we have Austin Doe and also Ryan Hunter. And ready to drop the puck here as the linesman on the far side pushes Shinkarik and Underwood back. Now we're controlled by the Dragons. McDonald has it. He'll walk it to the high slot. On the backhand. Now goes to the forehand, walks along the half wall on the far side. Now over to Samaro. Didn't expect it there off his skate. Now back to McDonald. McDonald controls it now over to Ryan Hunter. Hunter at the far side off the stick of Milan, trying to get it out but could not. Samaro now controls it over now to the near side. Taken by Austin Doe. Doe's across ice now. Back to Underwood. Good pass there. Nice hard pass by Hunter. Tip pass from Samaro to Underwood. Wasn't expecting it and dropped on down there by Weisblatt. And Athens goes off for a PK change. Bernard leaves it behind his own net for Austin Doe. Power play for the next 1:23 for Columbus. 14:48 left in the second period. Next whistle will give us a power play, or it was a media timeout, and there it is right there. Offside the call against Columbus, and the media timeout. We'll take one with them. Opportune time there. Get power play rested. See if we can come back and get one back here. Again, you are watching the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network. Dana Barker here from Aikens Ford Arena. We will be right back.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
And back to Athens, honoring their hometown hero of the game, a great cause and a great thing that they do as well. St. Bernard, of course, in net for the Dragons. A little bit of a blurb on him. Of course, he sports a 2.65 goals against average with a .914 save percentage, coming in relief of Matt Battizian, who has not been back on the bench. So might be a little bit of a tweak there. So again, might have been something that was ailing him. Getting allowed the 4 goals in the first period. Now the power play controlled by the Dragons. Somero has it, but tipped on back to Milan. Milan now a partial break. Somero back on the back check. Nice play there, dislodged it, but it's going to be a penalty against Columbus. It's going to be a holding call against Somero. Thought it was just an innocent little sick check there, but again, I'm 200 feet away from the play, and the referee is not. So Somero does not like that at all, but it's going to be a holding call against Justin Somero for that back check against Garrett Milan. So we'll skate 4-on-4 here for the next 59 seconds. Then Athens, if nothing else occurs, will have 61 seconds of a power play. And Underwood doesn't like that call at all as well, talking to the referee about that. Looked like it was a clean play to dislodge the puck away from Garrett Milan, but in the eyes of the official, held him up, was obstruction, and the holding call ensued. So we're 4-on-4, and we will drop the puck to the blocker side of St. Bernard inside the Columbus zone. Little open ice, 4-on-4 hockey here. Jemayev, Sturges, Underwood, and Slehetka out for Columbus. Johnson, Lukarov, Kolatarchi, and Greco out for the Lobsters. Puck is now dropped, finally controlled by Athens. Greco has it, far side point, shot in, blocker away by Bernard. It was wide, but Kolatarchi has it. Brings it on over behind the net and all the way out. Michael Greco has it for the Lobsters over to Kolatarchi, and now trying to get it over to Johnson, but off the Columbus stick on to Slehetka. 4-on-4 for the next 38 seconds. Now controlled by Sturges, a little bit too far for him to handle. Kolatarchi has it now on to Malik Johnson, off his skates to his stick. Johnson trying to deke around a couple of defenders for the Dragons, but lost the puck, and now controlled by Jemayev. Only Slehetka controls now, goes behind the goal line over to the captain Underwood. Now on back to Slehetka. He will control it along the far side. Backhand over to Sturges, kind of handcuffed there, but gets it back on to Jemayev. And trying to find Sturges, and finally does, down to the far near side point. Over to Slehetka. Nobody home, though, D-to-D. Walking on over there with it is Connor Linden now for the Dragons. Now Jemayev has it. And now Athens on the power play. As out of the box is Picard. Slehetka has it, takes a shot on, gloved by Valier. Don't know if he knew he was on a power play or not, but he will get a cover and a whistle, and we will have a face-off inside the Athens zone, despite the Lobsters being on the power play. Next 57 seconds. Shots on goal almost even now. After the Lobsters had a slight advantage, shots now 18-17 in favor of Athens. But where it counts again, it is 4-2. Rock Lobsters, after a flurry of scoring in the first 12.5 minutes, no scoring for the last roughly 14 minutes or so. And now Doherty and Garcia come out of the box with an escort this time. So the referee made sure they had somebody in between them this time before they were taken out of the box. First year franchise, some learning issues there. So again, first year teams, they'll get it straight. Pair of 10s doing the face off here. Wick line against Milan. Now controlled by the Dragons, but kicked on back to his own. Into neutral ice there was Balquill behind his own net. Shinkarik will take it for the Lobsters. Power play, next 45 seconds. Shinkarik controls it over the red line, now over the blue into Columbus ice. Now goes the near side shot on. And into the netting and out of play. It will be deflected, though, off of the glove of Bernard, I think they're calling it. So the puck will stay inside the Columbus zone here. Power play for the next 38 seconds. PK for the Dragons. Got Balkwill out there, as well as looks like Brian Moore. And the Connor Lind. And taking the draw for the Dragons will be, looks like that is Wickline. And puck lost over to Athens. Shinkarik now walks it from the wall to the near corner, but nice play there to get it out by Wickline. Wickline 1-on-2. He's trying to kill some time here on this penalty. Wickline now being harassed by Milan. Pair of 10s here doing battle. Milan gives the wall there by Wickline. Didn't like that very much. Now checks Wickline in the back. No call, though. Gallant now has it for the Lobsters over to Milan. Shot on, goes wide of the net to the far side. Bouncing puck now controlled by Columbus down to the final 10 seconds of the power play. Brian Moore has it, walks in, dekes around defender. Couldn't get a shot on, though, but he'll be happy just to kill some time here. 3, 2, 1. Dragons now full strength. Right in front, though, is Galvin. A shot and a save by Lavalier. Now 5-on-5, even strength. Trying to spring a break there by Shinkarik, but it will be icing the call against Athens. Good shot there, but an equally good save by Willie to keep things 4-2. But we will have a face-off inside Athens ice. It will come to the glove side of William Lavalier. Galvin out with Austin Doe and Brian Moore. Dunford and Doherty, the D pair. D&D on the D for the Dragons for CRD. Milan stays out for Athens. He'll take the draw here against Ryan Galvin. And he will lose it over to the Dragons. Taken now and being held there and held down. We got a call here going against Virgili for holding. And now controlled by Galvin. And looks like it was touched by an Athens stick. Didn't know if it was controlled or not. But nonetheless, whistle is blown. And the Dragons go to the power play. Philip Virgili, he thinks it was a dive. I beg to differ. 2 minutes for holding the call against Virgili. And the crowd does not like that. They think holding 10-yard penalty here and not a power play. Dragons now go to the power play. It's their third of the night. They were 1 for 2 so far with a man advantage. McDonald, Underwood, Somero, and at the point we have Hunter and Doe. Looks like 5 forwards out here now. Got 5 forwards out. Well, Underwood, I'm sorry. So 4 forwards and 1 D out here for the Dragons on the power play. Controlled down by Austin Doe, near side point over to Underwood. Now back on over to Doe. Lost it, though, and Picard barely gets it out of the zone. Dragons have to reset here. Puck controlled in his own zone by the alternate captain Austin Doe, skating his 500th professional game tonight. Congratulations to Dozer. I'm sure Kelsey's happy at home enjoying watching her hubby play. McDonald now off the stick of Picard. Over now to Hunter. Hunter under a cross ice to the corner to Somero. Lost it, now controlled by Doe. Doe trying to find somebody at the point and could not. Underwood has it. Now back to his own ice. Retreating now behind the net of St. Bernard is Picard applying a light forecheck there for Athens. PK unit out for the Rock Lobsters. Dragons now on the rush. Hunter has it. We're going all the way across, and Doe has it as Hunter loses it. Have to wait for Hunter to get back on side. Now finally they do. And dumped on in. It's going to be offside, though, against the Dragons. I don't think Somero knows it either. It's going to be delayed offside here. So a free out by Athens, basically. As Somero and McDonald are both offside. And they sail it all the way down and right just to the near side of Bernard. Has to stick it on over as we had a rushing player there in the person of Alden for the Lobsters. Power play for the next 48 seconds for Columbus here. We played 9 minutes in the second period, 4-2 Athens. Now controlled by Jemayev. Alexander Jemayev walks along the half wall, now behind the net. Taken by Colatarchi. Off the stick. Wickline shot, a save by Lavalier. Colatarchi had no idea there was an Athens player in front, almost bounced it right off his goaltender. Swarjahan now goes over to Nolan Shlehetka, near side point, shot on, goes wide of the net. Over to the far side point to Connor Lynn, now over now to Swarjahan. Swarjahan shot in, tipped by Jemayev, and a pad save by Willie, and there is no rebound. The rebound control is outstanding there by Lavalier, and that's been the difference tonight. Hasn't really given him second chances to the Dragons there on rebounded shots. And Colatarchi with a near fatal mistake there for Athens, trying to clear it, but went off the shin pad of his own defender. But luckily the goaltender there to clean things up. Power play for the next 20 seconds for Columbus. Athens wins the draw, though, and will get it on down. It rolls on down inside Columbus ice. Nice hustle there by Ronan for the Lobsters to disrupt things here briefly. 5 seconds and we'll be full strength. One more rush by the Dragons. They want it, and they do. Jemayev will bring it on in the far side. Now Jemayev controls it along the far side boards to Connor Lynn. Full strength now, Athens. And trying to spring Virgili off the penalty box, but could not. Bernard has behind his own net, and he'll bring it on over near side to Schlehetka. Off the stick of Sturges, now controlled by Athens briefly there. Oracle Weisblatt had it, now lost it. Controlled by Ryan Galvin. Gavin will go behind his own net and will set things up here. Still on taste to get some booze. He brings it up here. Now Schlehetka has it. Headman pass trying to find Brian Moore, but could not. Controlled now by the Lobster. Shinkarik has it now for Robertson. Robertson tipped off the stick of Reller. Picard lost it over to Brian Moore. Slap shot on, goes wide. Near side point, Schlehetka. Cross ice to Brian Moore. Moore plays off the wall. And now we'll walk to the high slot trying to find Schlehetka. But Athens is there and we'll flip it on up to neutral ice. Glove down and taken by Dunford. Off the near side board, still though in Columbus ice, so Athens has it, trying to backhand it there by Reller. Good play there on the back check though by Dunford to avoid it being a 1-on-none against Athens. Austin Doe has it shot in, tipped in there by Doherty, but a save by the Valley with the pads. Nice save there, didn't have to move very much. And Carrick has it off the boards, dumping on down. Now taken by Dunford, backhands it in. Athens on a line change, but doesn't touch it though, so not too many men there by the Lobsters on the change. Brian Moore controls on the boards. Now bouncing puck brought down by Austin Doe. Over to Brian Moore now. Down to 8:45 left in the second period. Still 4-2 Athens. No scoring in the second period for 6 goals in the first. Now Moore controls it. Brian Moore walking in. On the circle. Shot in. Nice snapshot there, but a save of Valier. And again, there is no rebound and media timeout. And Willie and Brian Moore have a little hug there. They hug it out. And we'll take a media timeout with them. Again, 4-2 Athens. 8:30 left in the second period. We'll be right back. Dana Barker here from Athens. River Dragons hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need C-F-A.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
And we are back from Aikens Ford Arena as we had the Get a Room Challenge here. Not sure what that entails. I heard the tail end of it, but nonetheless, faceoff will be inside the Athens zone to the glove side of former Dragon William Lavalier, and net for the Lobsters tonight. And Justin Manon wins the draw for Columbus. And he'll backhand trying to find Hunter, but taken there by Malik Johnson, now controlled by Athens. Bill Virgili trying to skate it out, and he'll dump it on down into Columbus ice now. Getting it is Johnson back to Virgili, but nice little back check applied there by Nathan Balkwell, dislodged the puck. Trying to find Hunter, and goes off an Athens stick, and deflected, so no icing here. Now Somero being held by Colatarchi, backhanded on by Hunter, shot again by McDonald, and held up there, and Lavalier will cover it and get a whistle. Nice little flurry there by the Dragons. A couple of shots, an innocent one by Hunter, but then McDonald, the first one there on one of the few rebounds Willie's given up so far tonight, but no harm done. Shots on goal now 24-18 in favor of Columbus, and we had 18 shots on goal for Athens to start the second period. So no shots so far in almost 12 minutes of hockey. So the ice is tilted to see if we can get one past Willie now. Jemayev wins the puck over to Underwood. Now on to Storjahan, over back to Jemayev. Jemayev will walk into the high slot, take a shot on, glove save, and he will cover it up. The draw will come now to the blocker side of Willie, right near us here as we are high above the action here at Aikens Ford Arena. Again, beautiful building, guys. It's only a 3-hour drive away from Columbus. I think there's only one more road game here next Wednesday. I think that's it for the season for us here in Athens. But if you can, come watch some hockey here. It's a great building to watch it in. Jamea wins the draw for the Dragons. On back to Wickline. Schlehetka over now. D to Underwood off the pads of Glukharov, and no worse for wear there. Gets right back up after taking that hard shot by Underwood. On the wall now, sword hand over to Wickline, but fanned on it. Wickline trying to get it, but goes wide. Glukharov trying to get it out with a stick here. Now doing battle with Underwood. Underwood lost it. Now Glukharov does battle with Sturges. Sturges back trying to find somebody in the high slot, but nobody home, and it goes all the way down to Columbus ice. Way out to play it is Stephen Bernard. He'll backhand over for Schlehetka. Now back to Bernard, still behind his net. And Orkel Weisblatt has it, trying to get a shot on, save by Bernard, and we did jinx him, Cayden. That was the first shot on goal for Athens in the entire second period. A little redirect there by Milan, goes right behind between the pillows there of St. Bernard. Bernard's in the game finally. That's his first shot on goal, of course, after the first period was played in net by Nepetesian. Nepetesian has not been back on the bench, so might be a little more to it. What's going on there with Pets? We'll give you an update on that. Puck controlled by Athens off the draw. Now a shot in from the point, goes behind the net. Doherty now controls it. Doherty over to Brian Moore. Moore lost it back on out of Doherty. Doherty trying to find somebody on the far side, I should say, and now controlled by Athens. Weisblatt controls now on to the stick of Brendan Ronan. Ronan dumps it on down now, rolls behind the net, taken by Brian Dunfield, trying to take it on over to Doherty and does, but lost it down to Picard. Picard tipped pass there to shot in, save Bernard, I think, as it reached the net. Might have been off a stick in front. Let's see if they give him a shot on goal on that one. Now Austin Doe trying to get it, but does not. Shot in. That went on to Bernard, and he gloves it up, and there is no rebound. 6-5. Bernard covers it up. 6:41 to go here in the second period. Played more than halfway through, and it is Athens 4, Columbus 2. 2 shots in the period now for the Lobsters, as the Dragons now 25 shots on goal. Valley with 23 saves tonight in his debut for Athens after playing the season in Columbus and then Monroe. Milan doing the draw here against McDonald and lost it over to Robertson. Now one-time shot, and he lost his stick there. Stick explodes there. Carson Carrick. Those composite sticks do that sometimes. Hunter now has it. Ryan Hunter now over to Somero. Somero brings it in, kicks it onto his stick. Shot there off the skates of Shinkarik. Shinkarik around the boards here. Kept in, though, by Connor Lind. Lind will backhand on down to Hunter. Hunter trying to flick it over to Somero. Could not there. Orkel Weisblatt has it. On behind the net now to Carter Shinkarik. Shinksy will bring it on down to the far side to Milan. Cross ice to Robertson. Robertson trying to find Weisblatt, and they tangle up with each other. Now the Dragons back out. Hunter trying to spring Somero. Could not, though. Nice back check applied by Glukharov for Athens. Now over to Shinkarik. Captain Lobster brings over to Glukharov. Now cross ice to Weisblatt. Weisblatt dekes around a Columbus defender. Now has it inside the Columbus zone. Thinks about it. Kind of takes a wide turn now to the far side point controlled by Shinkarik. Shinkarik being harassed briefly there by Somero. Walks in the slot now trying to find wide open there was an Athens player, but couldn't find Milan, trying to get the hat trick there and couldn't find him. Puck now on Columbus ice. Lucaro controls it off the Columbus skate, now controlled by Carter Shinkarik. Back on now to Columbus. It's become a patty cake now. Your team really controlling it for very long. Now on the stick of Athens, they bring it on in here. And again, that is Lucaro that brings it in. Wickline doing battle here along the half wall on the near side, kind of the blind spot for us. Whereas watching bodies here, not watching where the puck is. Colatarchi now has it behind his own net. Down to the last 5 minutes here of the second period. A fast-moving second period here as we have nothing in the way of scoring. Colatarchi realizes there's no shot clock in hockey either, so he will wait, but too far to handle. There's going to be a foot race here, and we were going to lose the race, so Bernard smartly comes out here and plays the puck. Neutral ice now controlled, now in the Columbus zone, or Athens zone rolling puck, and now good play there by Cody Wickline to hustle. Good hustle by Wixie there. Now on Jemayev, Columbus controls it now. He walks in trying to get the backhand shot by Wickline, and a save by Lavalier, and he gets the Athens crowd giving him some love there. A big pad save there on a point-blank shot by Wickline. Puck now back inside the neutral zone, controlled by Malik Johnson. Johnson will try to walk it in the goal line, rolls across the crease, nothing doing there for Athens. Puck now controlled by the Dragons by Underwood behind his own net. He'll go D-to-D over to Schlehetka. Hecka over now to Underwood. Underwood, headman pass over down to Brian Moore. Moore controls it, trying to get a slap shot. Now goes to the slot. Missed it, fanned on it. Moore still has it, though. Shot on from a severe angle, gloved by LaValliere, and he will cover, and that will take us to our third and final media time out of the second period. We are flying through this middle frame. There's 6 goals in the first period, no goals in the second. We'll be right back from Aikens Ford Arena in Athens. You're watching River Dragons hockey.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
Dana Barker back with you here. Got Kiss Cam going on in Aikens Arena on the banks of the Oconee River, not the Chattahoochee, as we play in the second of 3 straight Wednesday nights in the city of Athens. So if you're around on Wednesday night, you got nothing to do next hump day, next week, come and join us here at Aikens Ford Arena against the new in-state rival Athens Rock Lobsters. Again, 4-2 if you're just joining us. 4 Athens goals unanswered after a goal 45 seconds in by Justin McDonald, and we have a foot race here as Athens won the draw, but iced the puck as it comes all the way down here, trying to spring Reller on a break, but lost the race against Brian Dunford as Dunford wins the foot race there to the dots and gets the icing call. So we'll do things all over again on the far side dot, to the glove side of William LaValliere, who has 25 saves on 27 shots. And again, St. Bernard in relief of Matt Batesian. Batesian stopped 14 of 18, and Bernard stopped both shots on goal that he has faced. Puck controlled by the Lobsters, but Austin Doe comes harassing right in the slot, but trying to find Ryan Galvin, but nothing there. Now Brian Moore has a dekes around a defender. Shot on, a save by LaValliere, and there is no rebound. Those are looking at Willie like, give me something. He is swallowing everything up tonight. Save number 26 for LaValliere as the puck will be dropped to his far side here. Austin Doe out with Ryan Galvin and Brian Moore. At the point is Dunford and Underwood. Ronan along with Alden and also Glukarov for the Lobsters. Greco and Reller on defense. All right, I'm sorry, that's not Glukarov. That's 77. That's Russell over there for Athens. Greco has it. Going across ice, goes between the two Athens players. Doherty now has it, being harassed by Reller. Doherty now in the far corner. Now Dunford holds up his defender, his player. Now Reller back on. One-time shot and a save by St. Bernard as off the wall behind the goal line. A one-time shot there, but saved. Nothing doing there as Bernard will swallow up that shot, anticipating that one all the way. 3:22 to go in the second period. That was shot number 21 for the Lobsters. 28 shots on goal for the Dragons. Wholesale changes by both teams. McDonald out now with Hunter, and looks like Somero is going to be the permanent forward out there in the absence of Kyle Moore. Balkwell at the point with Connor Lind. Milan now wins the draw to Athens. Now over to Carson Carrick. He'll walk it off the wall, take a shot in, bouncing. Ooh, funny hop there, but luckily it goes wide the net. Over the near side here, Balkwell harassing the Athens player. Now shot in by Robertson, kicked away there by Bernard, smartly behind the goal line to the far near side. Now controlled by Milan. Milan will skate on down and will bring it back behind the goal line here. Weisblatt doing battle with a River Dragon defender. Now Balkwell in there as well. Controlled by Milan. Backhands it over to Shinkarik. Now back to Milan. Milan over now to Glukarov, right in the high slot. Back over to Shinkarik. Shinkarik over to Robertson, walking in. Cross ice, but off his skate of Glukarov, not off his stick. Robertson will control it and dump it on down behind the goal line. Weisblatt there. A little light check applied by Lynn. Dislodges the puck. Now controlled by the Dragons. Hunter has it, being checked blocked there by Milan, but he falls down as a result. Trying to find a cross-ice pass there with Athens, but nothing doing down the last 2.5 minutes of the second period. Puck now controlled by the Dragons. Hunter walking in, shot, just missed it. Penalty up here against Athens, and a penalty shot. I think we have a thrown stick is what they're going to call here. I think they're going, in the eyes of the official, I think the stick was thrown, and that's why we're going to have a penalty shot. Riley Robertson, and I think that's what happened there, either a hold or a thrown stick won. But either way, a penalty shot is going to be awarded to the Dragons, and it's going to be Ryan Hunter to take the shot. See if the PA announcer gives the call what it was there, and the referee gives instruction to Valley, of course, can't leave the crease until the player touches the puck. All that good stuff, just like a shootout. But now Ryan Hunter can bring the Dragons within one. Hunter has it now. Behind the blue line now inside Athens' eyes. Walks in, shot, stick save by Valier. So no worse for wear. Penalty shot, no good. Dragons, though, will get the draw inside the Athens zone. Got to wonder what that was there. I don't know if that was a hold on a breakaway by Hunter or if that was a stick being thrown there because the stick was dislodged. But either way, the referees awarded a penalty shot to Ryan Hunter, but Willie standing tall making the save. Malik Johnson doing the draw for Athens against Alexander Jemayev for Columbus. Athens wins it. Now controlled by Kolatarchi off the boards, rolls on down. There should be icing. 2 Dragons there, and that will be the call. Icing against Athens as Underwood and Schlehetka, the first 2 down by the dots. Big chance there by Ryan Hunter to bring it within 1, but Valier makes save number 27 for Athens, and we are still 4-2 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. No scoring, though, in the last 24-plus minutes. Johnson now against Jemayev on the draw here. Sturges and Wickline flank him. Now Wickline has it over to Schlehetka. Schlehetka D-to-D now over to Underwood. Underwood with a shot in off the Athens skate, now controlled by Cayden Gallant. Cayden Gallant, the outstanding rookie player there for the Rock Lobsters. Lost the puck, now Schlehetka on the back check. Actually, Bernard helps him out and gives it over now to Wickline in the far corner. Now on the point, trying to find Garcia, but too hot to handle for him. Down in the last 1:52 of the second period. Wickline and over to Nolan Schlehetka. Back behind now to Underwood, who controls it behind his net. The captain of the Dragons brings it on out to the near side over to Sturges. Alex Sturges has it. Now back over to Wickline. Now over to Sturges. Sturges shot in, goes wide. I don't know if it was off the Athens stick or not, but missed the net. One-on-one now, Malik Johnson back with it, though, is Nolan Schlehetka on the back check. Johnson trying to deke around Schlehetka. He's still there, though. Now nice back check again by Alex Sturges. That's a few times tonight that Sturges has been on the back check and disrupted Athens' offense. Michael Greco now has the former Dragon for the Lobsters, and almost too many there, but dodged a bullet there, the Dragons did. Now Greco controls it. Now on the far side, dekes around there was Malik Johnson, but lost the puck. Doherty now controls it down to the final minute of play in period number 2. Love down by Doherty. Doherty going cross ice with it. Now on to Galvin. Ryan Galvin harassed by a couple of Athens defenders and lost it. Now on to Dunford. Takes a check from behind there by Greco. Russell now controls for the Lobsters. Over now to Picard. Picard in neutral ice across the red. Now across the blue and Columbus ice. Controlled by Reller. Reller shot in. Gloved by Bernard. And there is no rebound. 38 ticks left in the second period. Again, after a very, very action-filled first period with 6 goals combined, 0 goals combined. We settled in things here in the second period. Athens 4, Columbus 2. Shots on goal, 30 for the Dragons and 23 for the Lobsters. Dragons have controlled this period. There's no doubt about it. Just haven't gotten anything past Willie yet. Milan will take the draw here against Brian Moore. Moore doing a little bit of air traffic control here. Brings Galvin over to his right side. On his left side is Connor Lind. Austin Doe stands in the slot. And good win by Moore, but around the stick of Galvin, trying to spring Doe, and does. Doe has it now. Missed the check there by Robertson. Doe has it, has Moore in the slot, trying to find him, but just goes over the net. Down the last 29 seconds. Doe trying to find it in the slot, but had it behind him. Athens coming out now 3-on-3. Controlled, and now inside the zone over to Orca Weisblatt, the latecomer, but lost it off his skates. Controlled now by Columbus. Doe has it down the last 14 seconds of the period. Doe dumps it on down behind the net, comes out to the near side. Athens will tip it on over. Now Galvin controls, has to wait for the Dragons to come on side, though. Now controlled by Shinkarik, and that will do it for period number 2. Shooting gallery in the first period, and defensive goaltending struggle in the second period. Tale of 2 periods here in Athens as the River Dragons still trail Athens by the score of 4-2 after 40 minutes of play. When we come back, we're going to take a second intermission break and talk a little bit about what's going on here with the Dragons and Lobsters. We'll get an update here on Kyle Moore from Jeff Krupp down in the locker room, and also give you an update on what's going on around the world of sports today. And thanks for joining us this Hump Day. Dana Barker in for Tom Callahan. We'll be back on River Dragons Broadcast Network. Stay with us.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Dana Barker back with you here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Again, Athens 4, Columbus 2. All the scoring done in the first 12:20 of the first period. And second period, all Columbus, at least in shots on goal, outshot the Lobsters by a count of 20-5 in period number 2. But where it counts, it again is Athens 4, Columbus 2. Taking a look at the scoring. Justin McDonald scored for the Dragons just 45 seconds in, assisted by Kyle Moore and Ryan Hunter. Give the Dragons a 1-0 lead. Then at 3:43 mark, Cayden Gallant scored with assist by Malik Johnson and Phil Virgili to tie the game at 1. And then 23 seconds later, the power play. Garrett Milan struck for a second of 2 goals on the night, assisted by Lobster captain, former Dragon Carter Shinkarik to give Athens a 2-1 lead. 5:24 into the first period. Orca Weisblatt scores, assisted by Milan and Shinkarik. Even strength goal there at 5:24 to give Athens a 3-1 lead, and then Athens made it 4-1. Milan's second goal tonight, again off the power play with assist by Shinkarik and Virgili. Make it 4-1 Athens, but then finally Connor Lynn stops the bleeding there in the first period with a power play goal unassisted. Goes coast to coast and beats surprise Lavalier. Trying to get the name pronounced right. I think of Michael. I'm telling the guys here, Athens, the broadcaster, I think of Mike Lavalier, the catcher there for the Pirates back in the day, and I always overemphasize foreign names. So thought it was valuable. It's Lavalier, so we'll go with that. Again, he was beaten by Connor Lynn at 12:20 in the first period. Again, no scoring in the second period. You can take a look at power plays on the night. I forgot there's no good way to do that here on the scoreboard, on the Fed graphics. But again, looking at the scores again, Garrett Milan has a 3-point night with 2 goals and assists. Shinkarik 3 assists. Philip Virgili has 2 assists for the Lobsters. And again, McDonald has a goal. Moore has 1 assist. Lynn with a goal. And Hunter with an assist. Ryan Hunter for the Dragons. Power plays so far in the night. Athens 2 for 5. And Columbus 1 out of 3. And again, after being outshot by a tune of 18-10 in the first period, the ice tilted the other way for Columbus, and they outshot Athens 20-5 in the second period, but again, 0 where it counts in terms of goals. Take a look at some of the standings around the FPHL. We talked about this to start the night, but again, Carolina in first place right now, but that is a very tenuous lead. They're 14 points clear of Athens right now, but Athens has 6 games in hand on the Thunderbirds, and actually just percentage points ahead are Carolina. Dragons now have 61 points here, but they have played 4 more games than Athens. So again, a win for the Dragons. They'll briefly have second place here behind Carolina. Baton Rouge with 60 points right behind the Dragons, but the Columbus has 2 games in hand on Baton Rouge. Monroe actually in 6th place there with 50 points. Blue Ridge 57 points. The Dragons can create some space between them and the Bobcats Friday and Saturday. And Mississippi, of course, 5-30-3, not having the season they want here. 18 points. And taking a look, even though we don't have a graphic for it, taking a look at the Empire Division. And again, Bingo running away with it. You know, of course, 2 big wins there by the Black Bears against the River Dragons a couple of weeks ago. They are sitting now at a record of 32-4-1, 37 games played. And they are 86 points clear of last place Danville. Danville sitting at 1-29-3, have not won a game since October 25th against these very Athens Rock Lobsters. But of course, that's when Athens was getting their legs together. They were trying to, forming their team. They had that really hellacious road stretch to start the year before Aikens Ford Arena was actually opened. So again, their only win of the season came against Athens. They're an expansion team, but again, have not won since the 25th of October, 3.5 months. And again, between there, Danbury, 31 points behind the Black Bears. So again, it's Binghamton's regular season championship and Binghamton's division to lose here. Power play, taking a look at that. Again, the Dragons and Athens are kind of close together here on the power play. The percentages here, the Dragons are right now 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, quick math, 9th on the power play, 19.7% clip. Athens is actually 11th on the power play, 18.5%. Penalty kill, though, Athens is 2nd in the league at 8.5% penalty kill. Columbus is up there as well, 83.5% clip. So again, that does it for some of the stats for around the league and also for the game here. We're going to take another break for the intermission and come on back and talk some more here in the second intermission. You're watching River Dragons hockey. We'll be right back in just a bit for this Peach State battle here on the Oconee between the Lobsters and Columbus.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
Back here among Crustacean Nation as it shows on the ribbon board right now at Athens Ford Arena. Again, Athens leading the Dragons 4-2 after 2 periods of play. All the scoring done in the first 12-20 of the game, and that was it. We've had 27-plus minutes of scoreless hockey there after 25 shots on goal in the second period, 20 of them courtesy of the Dragons here. In power plays, the Dragons are 1 for 3, Athens 2 for 5, both of them off the stick of Garrett Milan. And again, William Lavalier made 28 saves on 30 shots. St. Bernard came in relief of Matt Battizian. Battizian made 14 saves on 18 shots, and Bernard has saved all 5 shots that he has faced so far in net. Look right now, some out-of-town scores brought to you by Zelmo's Zip In. Of course, nothing new in the Fed that we got the only game in town on a Wednesday night. Great scheduling there. We got 3 straight Wednesdays here in beautiful Clark County. But again, other scores around the world of sports here. Take a look at my trusty ESPN app and take a look here. It's kind of hard when you're by. You don't really have anything else going on in the Fed here. Hawks are trailing the Knicks 73-64 at Madison Square Garden, if you are so inclined to enjoy that. Canada leading Sweden 2-0 in the Four Nations face-off going on right now. Goal scored by Nathan McKinnon and Marchand for Canada. And again, looking at some basketball scores here, and we'll take a look at NCAA basketball scores. Not much doing really around the SEC in terms of basketball. A lot of games were played last night. Right now, Ole Miss leading South Carolina by 1 point. 1:30 left in the second half. Ole Miss 69-68. The game going on right down the road from here in Columbia, South Carolina. A little bit later on at 9:05, LSU faces Arkansas, and at 9:10, Mizzou, number 21 Mizzou, does battle with the Sooners of Oklahoma. Top 25 basketball action. St. John's lost to Villanova, a little bit upset there. Villanova beat St. John's, number 9 St. John's, 73-71. Texas Tech will play Arizona State at home. Guns up at 9 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Duke will do battle against Cal. Go Cal, as Duke, number 3 team in the nation, behind Auburn, Alabama, and ironically enough. And that is it for the top 25 scoreboard on a quiet Wednesday night. Well, a lot of games were played last night here. Take one more break and come on back for the third period. Get whatever lucky thing you want to grab, and let's see if we can get a little bit of comeback here on the Lobsters in this third period here. You're watching River Dragons hockey live from Athens. Dana Barker with you for Tom Callahan. Stay with us.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vectorply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vectorply customer using Vectorply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmos, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmos rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Oh, to have lights, you'll have to wait 15 minutes to cool down. Athens is doing a little bit of a hype video as they come out for the third period here at Athens Ford Arena. See if the River Dragons can even things up here, down by 2 goals. But again, all the scoring done in the first 12 minutes of the game. Last 27 minutes plus have been a scoreless defensive and goaltending battle between William Lavalley, our old friend, in net for Athens, his first time in a Rock Lobster sweater, and St. Bernard in net for the second period of spelling Matt Batizian in the first period. Again, 25 combined shots in that second period, 20 of them off the 6 of Columbus players. And again, we are back here, Dana Barker in for Tom Callahan. Get well, Callie, if you're watching in Columbus. Get well soon there. A little bit of illness there. Glad I could chip in for him. Consider making this trip anyway. The only thing holding me back was the bad weather. Luckily that stayed to the west so far. So it might get rough tonight down in Columbus. So be putting my weather hat on probably on the way back down I-85. But Got my hockey hat on right now and got it on sideways or backwards or whatever your rally hat position of choice is. Let's see if we can get a couple of goals here. The goaltender or the officials are talking to Athens head coach Steve Martinson. Marty doing a little talking with both referees. Not sure what that conversation is about. Jerome's wanting to get a little bit of an ear on what Marty's saying. But again, both referees are talking to Martinson, and now the other referee skates over to Jerome to talk about what he talked about with Marty, apparently. Again, Jerome, just a few words, and that will do it. Now we will skate over to center ice and get things going for the third period. Dragons now skating left to right across your screen. Athens will skate from right to left. McDonald now on the first line with Hunter and Somero in the place of Kyle Moore. Underwood and Schleheck at the point to start the third period, and here we don't go. And McDonald resets here against Milan. Come on, guys, it's a weekday. It's a weeknight. Come on. There we go. Dragons win the draw. Controlled by Kirk Underwood. Captain of the Dragons has it on now to Somero. Lost it now over to Shinkarik. Shinkarik will chase it on down behind his own net and will bring it over far side off the skate of Weisblatt. Deflected, though, by a River Dragon skate. Now controlled by Columbus. Wickline has it on, lost it, but not Wickline, it's actually Underwood. Now over to Milan, trying to find Milan on the backhand. McDonald there on the back check. Milan trying to get it again. And now rolling puck inside the far corner to Ryan Hunter. This is a check there from Milan. Hunter being harassed by Glukarov, now controlled by Kirk Underwood. Underwood will control it, bring out neutral ice, cross ice to Hunter. Hunter walking in, shot on, save by Willie. Pick it up where he left off. Again, there is no rebound. We played 42 seconds here in the third period. Columbus still down by 2. 4-2 Athens. New line out for Columbus. Sturges with Jemayev and Wickline. Point, Balkwill and Lynn. Probably, if I had to give an award to a deep pair tonight, Balkwill and Lynn will have, of course, Lynn with the goal on the power play going coast to coast, but Balkwill making some great plays as well to break up Athens' offensive opportunities. Jammer. Draw here against Malik Johnson for Athens. Puck lost in the skates there. Now trying to dig it out off the linesman, now controlled by Athens. Coming out with it now are the Lobsters. Hustled there by Cayden Gallant. Gallant stops at the top of the circle on the near side, trying to go across ice. Nice play by Sturges there on the back check. Trying to spring Wickline, but could not. Goes neutral ice, though, so Athens have to reset. Dumped on down now by Johnson. Top behind that. Funny hop there off the skate of Bernard, but luckily Dragons are there to control it. Whew. Wickline has it now inside the Athens zone, dumps it on down behind the net. Innocent play there by Bernard, but hit his skate instead of his stick. Now Athens brings it on back up. Controlled by Virgili. He loses it over to Dockery. Dockery brought an Athens stick, though, trying to find Sturges. Now back are the Lobsters, controlled by Virgili. I mean, we're off there by Dockery. Virgili trying to find a player in the slot in the person of Russell, but could not. Dockery now controls it for Columbus. Dockery around a couple of Athens defenders as they go off for changes. Now backhands it on into Athens ice. Greco goes behind his net. Dunford has it now neutral ice right in front of the Athens bench. Goes cross ice over to Doherty. Off the boards right in front of the linesman. Linesman to jump out of the way twice. Doherty controls it. D now to Dunford. Dunford over to Ryan Galvin. Galvin now will bring it out. Hetman pass over to Brian Moore. Moore will bring it inside. Slap shot on. Saved by Lavalier. And stop me if you heard this before. No rebound. Save number 30 for Willie. We played 2:03 of period number 3. And again, the Rock Lobsters doubling up the Dragons 4-2. Moore on the line with Doe and Galvin. Point men are Nolan Schlehetka and Kirk Underwood. Face-off controlled by Athens. Behind the net we go now. Colatarchi over now to Picard. Picard dumping on down to neutral ice. Controlled by Underwood. Backhands it on in. And the Dragons are briefly offside here. Now controlled by Underwood. Nice little pick play there by Schlehetka to keep Underwood with it. Now Schlehetka will bring it on in. Bouncing puck still. Taken down from behind. We got a penalty come up here against Athens. Going to be a hold. Looks like it's going to be against Garcia. Forces his pleasure. He still need to play defense there. And he does. Touched up by Athens. And it will be a penalty against Garcia for holding. Dragons go to power play number 3 on the night. See if we can bring it within 1 here. Played 2:27 so far in period. Hooking is the call, not holding. Regardless, it's an infraction, it's obstruction. Power play number 4, I should say. Thank you, Cayden, for that. So the 4th power play, Dragons are 1 for 3 so far. The man advantage. Underwood. Lost the puck to Milan, but now over to Hunter. Walks in, shot on, off the post, I think, shot on. Score! The rebound went right to the far side. Willie lost it for a second too long. Depositing the puck, I think it was Underwood on the backhand. Or was it McDonald? I think it was J-Mac there with the goal. Power play goal for the Dragons. Their second one. So now they've matched up Athens with their second power play goal. We have a 1-goal game now. It's now 4-3. Great goal on the power play there. Ryan Hunter ripped one. I'm not sure if it hit the post or not, but it took a funny hop. These boards here in Athens are lively. Around the stick of Justin McDonald, and he backhands it on home. Valley had no really idea where it was, and we're within 1. Martinson doing some jawing with the referee there. Not sure what that's for, just probably showing him his resume, but it doesn't really matter. Power play goal for Columbus. Athens controls the draw. Shinkarik has it. Power play goal again, Hunter on the assist, the goal scored by McDonald. Puck now controlled by Athens, neutral ice. Garrett Milan trying to find a hat trick. He walks in, he's at the far circle, shot on. Glove save by Bernard, and there is no rebound. Flashing the leather there is St. Bernard. He skates on over to the far or the near side dot. No scoring for Athens since Bernard's come in the second period. And again, that goal by the Dragons, the first goal here by either team for about 28 minutes or so. And the Dragons now within striking distance, within 1 goal. We're at 4-3. Jemayev doing business with Malik Johnson here on the face-off to the glove side of Bernard. And won by Columbus, trying to get it out here and goes into the bench, but it's deflected off an Athens stick. Athens wanted delay of game on that, but it went off a stick of a rock lobster. Now to play, so no call there for delay of game. Puck will stay, though, inside Columbus ice here. Jemayev and Johnson, pair of J's on the draw to the far side. Puck controlled by the Dragons and out. Storjahan brings out neutral ice. Now behind him is Jemayev over to Cody Wickline now. Wickline lost it over to Greco. Greco spins it around, trying to give it to Malik Johnson. He lost it down to Wickline, trying to get Jemayev on a partial break, could not. Puck now controlled by Athens behind their net. On out Malik Johnson. Johnson trying to go across ice on a stick of a Columbus player. And now on to Swordshound, and we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a delayed offside, I think, against Columbus. As puck briefly exited the Athens zone. Dragons finally, after getting momentum, after out-shooting Athens by the tune of 20-5 in that second period, finally gets a reward for it in terms of a power play goal. Puck now controlled by Balkwill, a shot in from neutral ice, and gloved down by LaValle. He'll leave it on back for Greco. Michael Greco backhands it on over. Now taken by Russell over to Virgili. Russell will take it again. Will go swing it behind his own net over to Greco. Greco off his stick, too hot to handle. Now on to Johnson. Johnson right in the dot, right the Rock Lobster logo at center ice. Lost it to Virgili. Virgili lost his footing there for a minute. He rubs off, trying to rub off Lynn from the puck, but could not. Now controlled by Doe and backhanded on down, trying to find Brian Moore. Puck at neutral ice, up and down again by Greco as both teams actually are making wholesale line changes. Balkwill lost the puck briefly, goes right in front of Bernard. Bernard has it. He'll swing it on over to the near side. Now we got penalty for interference against Johnson. And being roughed up by Balkwill. Do not even this up. And that a cup comes down from a fan. A fan throws a cup. What is that? We're not at Sanford Stadium, guys. So Johnson checks Bernard behind the net. We're going to get a call for goaltender interference, I believe. And a fan right behind the net throws a cup with water or some beverage. A fan trying to show a cell phone photo there. We are near the UGA campus. I'll remind you of that. Luckily, Johnson, the lone person going to the box for Athens. They don't like it. Goaltender interference. Fans don't like it, but I don't know how you not call that. Can't make contact with the goaltender behind the net. Columbus goes power play number 5 now. They are 2 for 4 with the man advantage. Power play for Columbus will be Hunter, Somero, Underwood, Dozer, and McDonald. Again, the 4-forward unit out for Columbus here. Somero takes the draw against Garrett Milan. Puck on the glove side of Lavalier. Controlled by Columbus here. Somero on to Hunter, who will bring it on around, rings it around to the far side. Trying to keep it in was Doe, could not. Bernard comes way out of his net to the far corner and brings it over now to Austin Doe. Doe brings it behind Bernard, now leaves it back for McDonald. J-Mac goes cross ice now to Ryan Hunter. Hunter brings it inside the zone, now over, touch past McDonald there from Somero. McDonald now walks along the wall on the near side. Trying to find somebody in the slot, now goes near point Doe, off his stick though, and goes way on down to the Columbus zone. Bernard will leave it on now for Dawson Doe. Power play for the next 78 seconds for Columbus. Controlled by Somero. Backhand over to Underwood as we're now back in the Athens zone. We'll set things up here is the captain Underwood. Underwood behind the net of Lavalier. He'll go to the far side now, drops it on off. Cross ice from Hunter, fanned on it once, now goes back to J-Mac. McDonald now near side to the point to Doe, walks in the high slot. Now far side to Underwood, back to Doe. Doe, high slot to McDonald. McDonald top of the circle on the near side, has it at the point. McDonald dumps it on down deep for Hunter. They replace each other. Shot on, just goes wide to the near side. McDonald now controls. McDonald goes far side behind the net. McDonald now still with it at the far side corner. Power play for the next 38 seconds for Columbus. Somero with it now. This unit's been out for the first minute and a half here of the power play. Now controlled by Somero. Somero now in. Backhand shot by Underwood. And a save shot again. A save by Lavalier. Puck goes to the far side point. Doe controls it. Power play's been out for the entire time here. Down the last 15 seconds. Finally get some fresh legs for Columbus here. Doe has it now on to Hunter. Hunter with Wickline with Sturges and Doherty now. 8 seconds left in the power play. Hunter controls it along the wall. He's been out for the entire power play here. Finally some fresh legs, though, for the other 4 skaters for Columbus. Kept in now by Dunford. Shot on. Gloved by Willie. And stop me if you heard this. There is no rebound. Good PK there with plenty of chances there by the Lobsters. And media timeout. We will take one with them. Dragons now within 1, 4-3. We'll be back on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Stay with us.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
Dana Barker in for Tom Callahan here at Athens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia. Again, big thank you. Head coach Jerome Bichard gave me the call this morning, and Jeff Krupp, again, GM and owner, for trusting me with bringing you the broadcast here at River Dragons Hockey. Thrilled to do it. Shaking the rust off from my old Cottonmouth days on the road here. Didn't know I'd ever do it in Athens, Georgia, but here we are. And off the media timeout, the puck will be dropped inside the Rock Lobsters zone. Jamea with Wickline and Sturges flanking him. The point, got Doherty and Dunford. D&D on the D. Puck controlled by the Lobsters behind his own net, taken there by Robertson. He'll go near side, taken by Glukharov. Lost it now to Milan. Milan takes it, shot on, gloved by Bernard. Briefly lost the rebound, but he gets it right in front of him as he brings it on down between his pads and gets a whistle. 13:32 remaining now in the third period, and it is 4-3. Lobsters over Dragons. Puck now will be dropped on the blocker side of goaltender St. Bernard, who has stopped every one of the 5 shots he's faced so far. Or, I'm sorry, the 7 shots he's faced so far after coming in relief of Maptesian. Garrett Milan controls it, trying to go to the slot, but blocked off a River Dragons skate. Puck rolls on down now inside the Athens zone. Captain Carson Carrick controls it. Now Orca Weisblatt brings it on back to his defender, Riley Robertson. Robertson will go behind his own net and set things up here for Athens. He'll take his time here as the forwards circle around for the Lobsters, and now they finally break on out. Carrick, a little hard pass to Glukarov. He'll get it. He'll gain the blue line. Now he's inside Columbus ice, trying to backhand it, trying to find Reller on a break. Reller now goes to the high slot, controls it, goes to his forehand, now takes a shot in just wide of the net on the short side of St. Bernard. Wick line off to Jemayev, now over to Doherty. Doherty back on now to Jemayev. Jammer controls it and goes headman, trying to find Sturges on a break. Off an Athens sick though. Loose puck now controlled by Balkwill as he back checks over to Sturges right behind in front of the River Dragons bench, I should say. Now controlled by Sturges. He goes into the Athens zone, shot in just wide. 1-on-4, but number 4 gets shot off. Lobsters now control. They have no urgency in getting things out of the zone since they're up 1. Puck now controlled by the Lobsters in their own zone still. Hemming in there. Great job by Galvin Lind and also by Austin Doe to keep things in the zone briefly. Puck rolls on down to the valley. He'll shoot it on over to the far side. Smartly there. Balkwill with a shot from neutral ice. And wow! Shot from about 60 feet. Kind of handcuffs Willie there, but he makes a save nonetheless. Rock Lobsters control it. Now behind their own net. Colatarchi has it. Gives it on over to the near side. Now they'll skate on out with it. Breaking out with it are the Lobsters. Trying to fan with it now. Johnson controls it. Malik Johnson backhands it on down to the near side corner. Connor Lind has it now on to Brian Moore. Moore lost it though. Johnson will bring it on back to the point. The Greco shot in just wide on the short side. Trying to find that short side on Bernard, but can't hit the net. Malik Johnson dumps it on down behind the goal line. Rolls over the far side now. Balkwill and Gallant give chase. Now pair 17 side, Virgili and Doe. Now back to Johnson, backhands it on down behind the goal line to Case and Gallant. Gallant on back now to Virgili. Virgili back to the far side point. Now shot in off the body of Balkwill. He'll try to backhand on to Brian Moore. He lost it. Over to Virgili. Virgili now on to Gallant. Tagging up there is Johnson. Gallant walks in, trying to find Johnson. Getting a call for holding here against Balkwill. Touches on up, and that's a good call. That's a good holding call, a hooking call, I should say, against Nathan Balkwill. Had a sick horizontal here and brought down Malik Johnson. So the Dragons go to the PK here as Athens look for their third power play goal. And a nice little sportsmanship there. Malik Johnson says a couple of words there to Bernard and a couple of good words there. It wasn't anything malicious. Bernard and Johnson touched sticks there and kind of a my bad, didn't mean to run into you behind the net. We played 9:01 of the third period. Athens 4, Columbus 3, but the Rock Lobsters about to embark on the power play here. Carson Carrick talking to the referee, I'm not sure what about. Call against, or 4 minutes here. There's 4 minutes on the clock for the power play. I saw the hook, didn't see what the second infraction was, so we'll wait and see what the PA announcer says here, what the second penalty was. I didn't see the second call. I saw the hook, did not see anything else. So Somero on with Underwood, Hunter, and Schlehetka. Wait to hear the announcement. And wait to hear the announcement. There we go. Two for hooking, 2 for unsportsmanlike. He said one of those choice words, I guess, in front of the referees, and you got another 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure what that was, but he's in the box for the next 3:40, so Athens down double minor power play. So this is a big kill for the Dragons, to say the least. Somero, Schlehetka out with Underwood and Hunter. Athens wins it. Carrick trying to go over to Orca Weisblatt. He does now. One-time shot by Gallant and blocker save by Sammy Bernard. Weisblatt and Hunter, pair of 88s doing battle here. Well, say numbers tying up here. Case of Gallant now, cross ice, walking in is Milan, trying to think about a slap shot. Takes one shot, score. Hat trick, Milan. Gets dumped down by Hunter as a result. Milan's third goal of the night. Athens not aware of the hat trick tradition yet, but it is his third, all in the power play. And because it was on the first half of the power play, they will go on and still in the power play for another 2 minutes here. So Athens now 3 for 6 in the power play, I believe. And they're now up 5-3 on Columbus. That penalty by Balkwill comes back to bite the Dragons. Necessary penalty, though, as he tied up Malik Johnson there dead to rights against Bernard. Can't fault him for that. But now, there we go, the second half of the minor. 10:18 to go in the third period. Is now Athens 5, Columbus 3. See if we can kill the second half of the power play at least. We have Dunford, Sturges, along with Wickline and Doherty. We'll see if Milan gets credit for that goal. It is Milan's goal. It'll be his third of the night in the hat trick. Yep. That's okay. Save your hats for the football games. All right, here we go now to Glukarov. Walks it across in the Columbus zone. He has behind the goal line. Now the far side. Controlled now by Doherty. One-time shot and a 6 save by Bernard into the netting behind his own net. We'll get a whistle, and that'll be a immediate timeout. We're halfway home in the third period. Athens up by 2, 5-3. We'll be back. There's River Dragons hockey on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We're back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Dana Barker in for Tom Callahan. The short 3-hour drive up here to Aikens Ford Arena in Athens, Georgia. Peach State rivalry between the Dragons and Athens. Garrett Milan just scoring the power play goal, his third of the night, the hat trick for Athens. He's responsible for 3 out of the 5 goals for the Lobsters tonight on the power play. And we still have 97 seconds to kill off from the second half of the double-minor penalty against Nathan Balkwill. 2 for hooking and then 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct as he headed to the box. Wickline on with Dunford, Doherty, and Sturges to kill the penalty. Now controlled by Athens. Now behind the net is Milan, going for his 4th maybe. Doherty has it and backhands it on, trying to backhand on down. Now on to Gallant. One takes a shot and a hand pass called against the Rock Lobsters, and they're on the power play, so it goes all the way down to Athens ice. Actually, just kidding. It's only for a high stick. I apologize. It goes just outside the zone. Puck will be dropped outside the Columbus zone here. You may have Doherty, Doe, Dunford, your 4-man PK. Weisblatt, Milan, Gallant, Virgili, Shinkarik, your 5 players on the ice for the power play for Athens. Virgili brings it in. He'll walk it along the half wall, behind the goal line now. Over the far side. Now on to Shinkarik. On cross ice, one-time shot by Gallant, score. Saw that one coming. Those two are deadly on the power play, Virgili and Gallant. We saw that the first time they played us in Columbus. Virgili finds Gallant, one-time shot and score. And Athens scores on both halves of that power play, and that gives them a 6-3 lead over Columbus. Halfway through the third period here, and Balkwill out of the box. Again, both power play goals scored by Athens there, and that is their 4th power play goal of the night. Their power play has been absolutely on fire tonight. And the Dragons PK. McDonald now out with Moore, as well as Ryan Hunter, Underwood, and Schlehetka here. See if the Dragons can get one here soon. Bring it within 2 at least to get within striking distance for the end of the game. Moore lost it. Now Moore controls it. Moore goes to the near side. He'll walk along the wall now behind the goal line near side. And now behind the net, taken by the Dragons on McDonald now. McDonald walks to the near side. McDonald trying to find the high slot, could not. Now controlled by Johnson. Malik Johnson comes behind the blue line, now inside the Columbus zone. Waits, takes a shot, pad save by Bernard, kick save. Over now just McDonald trying to spring Brian Moore. 2-on-1 now with Ryan Hunter. Coming back down the back check though is Russell. Brian Moore dekes around Weisblatt, takes a slash though. No call. Far side point now. Moore gets tied up with Weisblatt. One-time shot by Hunter. Hunter and Brian Moore trying to bring it into the slot but lost it. Connor Lynn, great job there on the near side point. Bringing it in looks like off the side of the net maybe. And now Hunter swings it around trying to find somebody in the slot. McDonald could not control the bouncing puck. Athens now has it over to Malik Johnson. Johnson now has it cross ice. He'll backhand on over now to trying to find Russell. Could not. Schlehecka has it now for Columbus. Cross ice, but it hits a red jersey instead of a white jersey. Greco will slow things down here for Athens. Down to the final 8 minutes here, regulation. On now the far side to Schlehecka. Not only Schlehecka goes back to Connor Lind. Lind goes behind his own net. Schlehecka now lost it over to Athens again. Controlled now by Ronan. Takes a swipe there at Schlehecka, a miss, and Reller and Ronan right there in the far corner with Schlehecka and with Galvin. Schlehecka pins his defender against the boards. Now Lynn will break it on out on his net. Reller doing a battle with Schlehecka. Schlehecka is in the middle of a half slash for his troubles. Now Lynn controls it over to Somero. Somero walks it in the Athens zone. Somero cross ice, but nobody right there on the top of the crease in front of Lavalier. Now controlled by Doherty. Doherty behind the goal line. Now controlled by the Lobsters. They'll dump it on down. Doesn't have the legs for icing. Connor Lynn now back to get it. He'll go in front of his own net. Now the near side. Off the near side board between the penalty benches. Controlled now by Galvin. He lost it over to Athens. Controlled now by Ronan. One-time shot, fanned on it. Reller was wide open in the slot, and strike one. Milan has it now. Goes to the high slot, takes a shot on. Saved by Bernard. Milan gets it right back on his stick, though. One-time shot again goes wide. There's a shot by Ronan. Made that one true. Now controlled by Shinkarik. Shinkarik, backhand pass now. Walking in with it is Lukarov. Blocked in front by Ryan Galvin. Now Doherty off to chase it on the far side, now behind the goal line. Down to the final 6:40 here of regulation. The Dragons need to get one here if we're going to be within striking distance. Off over to Walker Weisblatt. Weisblatt trying to pin it inside the Columbus zone. Shot in by Shinkarik, and it goes wide here. And Milan trying to screen Bernard right in front of him. Weisblatt dumps it on down behind the goal line. Rolls on down behind Bernard. Now controlled by Doherty. Doherty brings it over now to Connor Lind. Lind on the far side corner. And they finally get it out neutral ice here. It was a long time inside their own zone. Lynn leads the charge. 1-on-5, though. Athens has no intention of bringing it in on the offense. They're trapping in the neutral zone and clogging things up. And who wouldn't? Up 3 goals with 6 minutes left. Now controlled by the Lobsters. They walk it on out now. Cayden Gallant with it. Gallant stops at the top of the circles to the near side. Brings it on cross ice to Johnson. Now behind the net to Philip Virgili. Virgili now with it. Circles around. Tries to find a couple of players right on the doorstep there of Bernard, but could not. Near side point is Greco. Flicks it on into slot. Now control. One-time shot by Johnson and a save with the pads by Bernard. Good play Virgili there to find the streaking Malik Johnson. He lets the shot off, and there is no rebound. Bernard comes in, and he saved 11 of 13 shots so far. But again, Athens doubles up the Dragons so far 6-3 in the third period. Shots, though, are 40-31 in favor of Columbus here. Again, after being outshot 18-10 in the first period, the Dragons have outshot Athens by a tune of 30-13. But still, down by 3 goals. Right back where we started after the first period. Again, 4 power play goals for Athens is going to be the story tonight. The power play for Athens has been deadly tonight for the Lobsters. Puck controlled by the Dragons. Around the net we go to Brian Moore. Moore now has it across the red line. Now McDonald controls it. He brings it down into Athens ice. A couple of defenders on McDonald. Now Brian Hunter comes in. Controlled by Brian Moore. Now far side point. Schlehecka brings it in. Save Valley. One of the few rebounds. Hunter has it, trying to backhand it over now to McDonald, interfered with by an Athens player. And going to the power play will be Columbus. Away from the play here, and I think we're going to bring a couple more players in. Cayden Gallant and Schlehecka tie up away from the play. So we'll see what happens with this. Again, the initial call was against Athens. Gallant's going to the box. Has 2 minutes for high sticking against Gallant. Roughing the call will be against Slehetka. Or not. Slehetka's pleading his case here. He's not going to the box, so it might be. They have a 5-on-3 here. Unless there was an initial call there by McDonald. I think there was a high stick there by Gallant against McDonald. And we'll see the referees are talking to the scores table right now to get things straight. Both captains, Underwood and Shinkirik, are at the top of the referee circle, waiting to see what the referees say here. A lot of communication, a lot of conversations going on in tonight's game here between the two teams. Willie over at his net talking to one of the Dragons players as well. So now the referee is giving the explanations, both captains of both teams. That was Sturges talking over to Willie there as we have a break in the action. So here's what's happening. Cayden Gallant is in the box now for 6 minutes. The rare triple minor. 4 minutes, I assume, for high sticking, for drawing blood, I assume, or causing slight injury. If you cut a player, usually it's a 4-minute double minor. And the initial 2 minutes were, I think, maybe interference on McDonald. So Dragons are on a triple minor against Cayden Gallant. Now you can throw your hats. It's a hat trick for minor penalties and one stoppage. I don't think I've seen that I don't think I've ever seen that. It's been a long, now not in the Fed at least. It's been a long time I've seen 3 minor penalties by one player and one stoppage. So again, the Dragons now on a 6-minute power play. They can score for 3 goals here during these 6 minutes. So if you get toward like Athens, you score 3 goals and 3 minors. That brings us back to all even. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if Jerome calls timeout here as well, but we've had a lot of time in between whistles. Jemayev out with Storjahan, Wickline, Slehetka, and Lynn. Dragons on a 6-minute power play. 3 minors all against Cayden Gallant of Athens. I picked the hell of a game to come to. And Storjahan trying to creep in the circle here. Against Oracle Weisblatt, looks like. They finally get back and reset. And Athens getting kicked out of the box. I think Weisblatt was the offender that came in the circle, so the player gets kicked out of the face-off. And now, Shinkirik will take it, and he'll win it. Defenseman wins the draw there. Now back to Milan, and he'll try to dump it on down, but Lynn keeps it in. Good job, Connor Lynn, but now neutral ice. Yeah, I think that. Oh, and now out of the zone. It's supposed to be delay of game. It is. That's delay of game against Athens. We're going to be on a 5-on-3 for 2 full minutes here. As Shinkirik tried to send it on out and send it out into the crowd without being deflected. So into the box now is Kara Shinkirik, and the Dragons get immediate timeout. Perfect opportunity here. About to embark on a full 5-on-3 coming up. Come on back, folks. Over? You say over? It's not. Last 5 minutes of hockey coming up here from Athens Ford Arena. We'll be right back.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Dana Barker back with you for Tom Callahan. Again, the Dragons are about to embark on a 5-minute 5-on-3 power play here, courtesy of the delay of game by Carter Shinkarek for sailing the puck out of the field of play. And 5-on-3 now controlled by the Dragons. Ryan Moore has it. Moore out with Underwood. McDonald in the slot is Austin Doe, and looks like Ryan Hunter on the other side. McDonald now has it over to Brian Moore. Moore controls it. Shot in, and a blocker save. LaValliere now controlled by Underwood, the high slot. Goes to the near circle. Drops it on off now for Justin McDonald. McDonald and Moore replace each other at the point. Sails over the stick of Hunter. Now Hunter has behind his own net. Rubbed off there by Robertson. Now Cole Tarcher trying to bring it out. Could not. Moore walks back to the high slot. Backhand over to McDonald. Takes a shot on! And a score! Justin McDonald! I think LaValliere didn't see it. It was through several bodies. Justin McDonald, his second goal of the night on the power play. Dragons are within 2, 6-4. And still 5-on-3, I believe. I think all that does is takes 104 away from Gallant's first penalty. So we'll see. It's either going to be 5-on-4 for 504, or it's going to be 5-on-3 for the next 123. So they're taking both penalties off here. And we'll see what the call is here. It should kill the first penalty. So okay, so it's killing the first third, if you will, of Gallant's power play. We're still 5-on-3. Gallant's back up with a 4-minute double minor. So the minor from Gallant, the first one was scored by the Dragons. That was the power play goal just now by McDonald. So 4 minutes, and then the time left on Shinkarek, if they get it correct. So Shinkarek back in the box. It's going to be a 5-on-3 still. Referee talking to Shinkarek. Shinkarek disagrees. He thinks it should be 5-on-4 for that 504. But again, it's the first penalty that was called that gets wiped out. So again, 5-on-3 for a minute, and I think they lost the timing here. So they're going to go back and see when that penalty was called against Shinkarek. So we'll have to go back. We'll take a look at the box score, Cayden, and see who gets there first. Let me know when that Shinkarek penalty was time-wise. That's what should go back on the clock here. I'll make sure they're keep them honest here. So again, we're 6-4 here, and I believe it's going to be 5-on-3. Next minute, 20-something. So that penalty was at 15:03 for delay of game. It's now 16:40. So it should be. Let's see, quick math. 123 left. Yeah, should be 123 left on that power play. And it is. There we go. We got it right now. We're still 5-on-3 for a minute 23. And again, that just takes the first of the 3 minors against Gallant off the board. And we got a good rest, so why not? For the same 5 players out for that 5-on-3 advantage. McDonald, Doe, Underwood, Hunter, Brian Moore. Here we go, guys. 4:14 left in regulation. Hunter now has it. Ryan Hunter now has it. Lost it. Now controlled by Athens. Bring it on out now. Milan has it 3-on-5. He goes down. No call. We got the puck clean. Moore now brings it in. Brian Moore has it. Lost at neutral ice. 5-on-3 for the next 1 minute now. Underwood back on now. Milan controls it, and he's going to take his time with it. Now sail it on down to the near side. Watch Bernard here. See if maybe Jerome brings him Bernard out. Have a little 6-on-3 action for a little bit. Underwood controls it across the red. Now he's inside Athens ice. Underwood now the far side behind the goal line. Now goes to the near side. Over now to Hunter. Hunter now to McDonald. J-Mac goes cross ice now. Over to Brian Moore. Moore cycles over to the high slot. Thinks about taking the shot. Goes over now to McDonald. One-time shot and a save by LaValliere. There is no rebound. They got what they wanted. They got J-Mac open for a shot. He one-times it, but it goes right into the Rock Lobster logo of Willie, and there is no rebound there. Shot number 42 for Columbus. LaValliere has made 38 saves so far tonight. 3:24 left. Power play for the next 28 seconds of 5-on-3. Then we still have about 2.5 minutes after that of 5-on-4 action. Wickline now out with Jemayev, Storjahan, Schlehecka, and looks like Connor Lind at the point for Columbus. Wickline and Philip Virgili of Athens on the draw. Controlled by Columbus. Storjahan back on for Lind. Lynn cross eyes for Slehecka. Slehecka back for Lynn. Lynn to the high slot. Thinks about a shot. Takes one now and goes high and bounce right in front and trying to get out of the zone. Could not. Slehecka has it. Cross eyes out. Swartjohan off his stick. Couldn't control it. 5-on-3 for the next 12 seconds here. Swartjohan now brings it on, cycles it on down to Jemayev. Lynn with a shot goes just wide. 5 seconds to 5-on-3. Slehecka with it now. Takes a shot on. Blocked off by an Athens defender. That's Robertson. 5-on-4 now for 2:35 as Shinkarik hustles out of the box. We're now 5-on-4 for the next 2.5 minutes. 2:50 left in regulation. Dragons control it now. Over to Jemayev. Takes a shot on. Goes wide. Connor Lynn now on the far side point, or near side point, I should say. Now over to Swartjohan. Now controlled by Greco and slings it on down and out. Down in the last 2.5 minutes of regulation, down to the final 2:12 of the Gallant penalties. Watch St. Bernard now is down to the last 2:25. Slehecka has it. Coming out now is Underwood with Hunter, Swartjohan, Lynn. Swartjohan comes out in the person of McDonald. Underwood controls it. On the near side wall they fight, and Athens brings it on down, right on to Bernard. Good thing Bernard didn't come out of the net. Bernard now a headman pass over to Underwood. Lost it in his skates. Now Athens controls it. We're down to the last 2 minutes of regulation. 2:01, 2 minutes. Athens sails it on down off the stick of Bernard again. Now we are down in the last 110 seconds. Brian Moore has it. And here comes Bernard. One-time shot by Doe off the skates of Shinkarik. Now we're 6-on-4. Swartjohan out for the extra attacker. He controls it, but lost it now. Neutralized, controlled by Brian Moore. Empty net for Columbus here. Moore out with Swartjohan. Also with Underwood. Jemayev, also McDonald. Athens has it now, but they're offside. Luckily, Malik Johnson was deep in the zone. Nice play there by Underwood to keep it in his skates. Underwood controls it now down the last 85 seconds of regulation. Penalty for the next 1:04. Underwood has it, takes a shot, blocked by an Athens defender, and out of play. He will stay inside the Athens zone, though. 1:19 to go in regulation. 1 minute even left on the Cayden Gallant penalty, so a power play goal here for Columbus will erase that last penalty. We are still 6-on-4 as the draw will be in the Athens zone here. Bernard still on the bench for Columbus, and now timeout for Columbus. Columbus will take a brief one with them. We'll take a 30-second break and come on back. River Dragons hockey here. Stay with us for the last 59 seconds of regulation. Don't go anywhere. Back Dana Barker back with you here for the Connecticut Credit Union third period. And, of course, Chick-fil-A is the sponsor for that first period here. And, again, if I didn't give love to the sponsors tonight, I apologize. I was kind of thrown in here as a relief pitcher. So, Callie's back to give you love here as a Chevalier, and he has definitely been one of the heroes of the game here. Of course, the hat trick by Milan, the 2 goals by Gallant, but where it counted, 39 big saves by William Lavalier, the former River Dragon, the former Monroe Moccasin, the former, actually, Baton Rouge Zydeco player from last year before he was traded to Columbus. Power play is a story here, a couple by Columbus, but 4 off the 6 of Athens players. We're 6-on-4 now. Puck control by the Rock Lobsters over to the far side of Philip Virgili, and he has it over to the neutral zone. Takes a shot, and off the stick, though, of Brian Moore. Moore out here with Wickline, over too far for McDonald to handle. It goes all the way down inside Athens ice, and icing the call here against Columbus. So having to come on out is Bernard, and 5 skaters left to stay for the Dragons. It'll be Brian Moore, McDonald, Doe, Hunter, and Underwood. Now, inopportune time for that icing there. Athens controls the draw. Shinkarik is just going to skate it on back and now throw it over to Bernard. He'll glove it on down and leave it for McDonald, and he will haul, I assume, to the bench. Now controlled by Brian Moore. Gains the red. Now here comes Bernard. Moore has it, though. Walks over to the far or near side. Now controls it. Over now to the point of Hunter. Back on to Moore. One-time shot, and it just goes wide. Puck controlled by McDonald. McDonald now behind the goal line. Goes over the far side to Underwood. Underwood being rubbed off the puck there by, looks like Virgili. And now puck over the near side point to Brian Moore. Moore thinks about it, takes a shot in, trying to go between the wickets here. Brought down. Milan takes a stick there awkwardly and shot just wide. Won't be icing though. They're shorthanded. That's the beauty of being on the power play, or the double-edged sword, I should say. Athens now full strength. Columbus now has it. Sturges brings it back in down the final 11 seconds here. And Athens has it over to Doe on the far side. Takes a shot off at Athens' stick and now controlled behind the goal line. Sturges has it, trying to find McDonald here. 2 seconds, one, and that will do it. Shot on glove by LaValliere would not have counted. Robertson giving Hunter a little shove for that shot right for the whistle, but that will do it. And Athens, your winners here by a score of 6-4. Valiant effort by the Dragons, but a power play and PK did them in finally, though. 4 power play goals by Athens Astoria, hat trick by Garrett Milan, and the Rock Lobsters beat the Dragons tonight by a score of 6-4. Back for the post-game show here and wrap it up in just a bit. You're watching River Dragons hockey on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
And Casey Gallant, your third star. And actually, McDonald here with a hat trick. So McDonald got that. That's right. McDonald got the third goal for the Dragons and then the fourth goal in the power play. I apologize to all the JMac fans out there. He had a hat trick tonight. Carson Carrick, the second star, with 5 assists. And Garrett Milan, the first star, with a hat trick and 1 assist. But of course, on the ice is Carson Carrick gets the first star on the ice, but in the official scoring, McDonald with the third star with a hat trick for Columbus, and Carrick with 5 assists for Athens. Milan with the 3 goals and 1 assist for 4 points for Athens. Looking at the scoring right now, just McDonald got the party started 45 seconds in. Goal by Columbus, assist by Kyle Moore and Ryan Hunter to give it 1-0 Columbus. 3:43 mark of the first period. Cayden Gallant scores with assist by Malik Johnson and Philip Virgili to tie it at 1, 3:43 in. First of the 4 power play goals by the Rock Lobsters comes off the stick of Garrett Milan at 4:06. Assist by Carter Shinkarek, his first of 5 assists, of course, on the night. 5:24 mark, Orkel Weisblatt scores a goal, assist by Garrett Milan and Shinkarek. Even strength goal at 5:24. 8:54 mark of the first period, again Milan with his second goal of the period. Second on the power play, assisted by Shinkarek and Philip Virgili to make it 4-1 Athens. Dragons score the next 2 goals. 12:20 of the first period. Connor Lynn, assist by Cody Wickline, actually. Wickline gets the assist there. No scoring in the second period. The third period, early in the period, McDonald scored second of the night, assist by Ryan Hunter. Power play goal there for Columbus. And again, looking at Athens. Athens scores the power play twice. Garrett Milan with his hat trick goal at 9:40, assisted by Carter Shinkarek and Cayden Gallant. Then Gallant scores his second of the night, with assists going to Philip Virgili and Shinkarek at 10:31 mark. Those 2 goals there, 51 seconds on the power play, both one on a 5-on-3, the next one on a 5-on-4. Really did the Dragons in there And again, we had a full 2-minute power play, 5-on-3, and a 6-minute rare case of go on triple minor there, but only one of those power plays we were good on is McDonald's score assisted by Brian Moore, his hat trick goal for McDonald at 15:40 to end the scoring, making it 6-4 Athens over Columbus. With the win, the standings, the Rock Lobsters improved to 23, I believe. Let's take a look at the standings right now in the Fed. Again, with that win, the Rock Lobsters improved to, they haven't finalized it yet, so that's game number 30 for the Lobsters. They improved to a record of 24-4-2 in 30 games. The Dragons will fall to a record of 20-10-4, only the 10th regulation loss to the Dragons so far this year. So again, the Rock Lobsters are now 4 points clear of Columbus, and they now are within 11 points of Carolina, again with 5 games in hand on the Thunderbirds. So again, the Rock Lobsters still making some noise for that top spot here in the Continental Division. It's not a one-team race by any means there. If you're in Winston-Salem watching this game right now, you got a pack of lobsters that are stepping on your heels here. Dragons still firmly in 3rd place here. Baton Rouge in 4th place. Still have 1 game in hand, though, the Dragons do on Baton Rouge. But again, those 2 games, Friday and Saturday against Blue Ridge, big games here against the Blue Ridge Bobcats on Friday and Saturday night at home, back in the friendly confines of the Civic Center. We need all of you to come on out here, support your Dragons for a big 6-point weekend here against Blue Ridge to stay at 3rd place in the Continental Division. And again, that'll do it here from Aikens Ford Arena. We're going to take one more quick break and then come back and wrap things up here from Aikens Ford Arena here in Athens on the bank of the Oconee River. We'll be back right in just a little bit with wrapping things up for the post-game show here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
And Dana Barker back with you here from Aikens Ford Arena in Athens to finalize things, wrap things up here. Again, 6-4, Dragons fall to the Rock Lobsters here. The second of 3 straight Wednesday night games here in Athens. But we mentioned the big weekend coming up here in Columbus. Friday night, Saturday night against Blue Ridge. Saturday night is our Family 4-Pack, one of our Family 4-Pack nights. Scan that QR code right on your screen. Over $120 value for just $40. You get 4 tickets and other assorted goodies. Only available through the River Dragons office, or scan that QR code and it takes you to rdragons.com on that site. 19th, 15th, and brought to you by Kiss 99.3 and our good friends at Chick-fil-A Midland on Kitten Lake Drive in Midland off Beaver Run Road and J.R. Allen Parkway. So again, that wraps things up here from Athens. Your Dragons fall by a score of 6-4 to the Rock Lobsters. Again, the big story, the power play tonight. 4 of them off the 6 of Athens players. Hat trick by Garrett Milan, but a hat trick as well by Justin McDonald, and a 5-assist night, though, to lead all scorers. 5 points by Carter Shinkarik, all of them courtesy of Apples. That'll do it here from Athens. Join us here. Hopefully, Callie's back with us here on Friday night for a Valentine's Day game. Bring your sweetheart over to the Civic Center and have a nice Friday night. 7:35 puck drop against Blue Ridge. 7:05 on Saturday, that big family 4-pack night. Taking my hockey hat off and weather hat on. If you are in Lee, Russell, Barber County, if you're watching us right now, tornado watch in effect until the wee hours of the morning here. So, again, some severe weather possible here overnight tonight, so I'm heading on home to Columbus, put my weather hat on, and keep you guys safe and informed down there. But it has been a pleasure to bring you guys this game. It's been fun. It reminded me of my old SPHL days on the road here. Big thank you to Jeff Krupp and the Beach for entrusting me with it. Thank you to Tom Callahan as well for entrusting me with it. For Cayden as well, doing a hell of a job on the ones and twos, saving my life there for setting things up for me. I had no idea what to do with all this nice equipment if it wasn't for him. Signing off from Aikens Ford Arena, Dana Barker signing off. But again, we'll see you back here. You'll hear my voice in the crowd at the Civic Center on Friday and Saturday night. Have a great night, and as always, let's go Dragons. Have a great night, everybody.